Do you want 1 beer? 2 beers? 3 beers? 4 beers?
Oh no.
5 beers?
Oh no.
6 beers? 7 beers? 8 beers? 9 beers?
A nice cold pint and wait for all this to blow over. How's that for a slice of fried gold?
Yeah.
Screw you! You're fired! Fire! 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 Donald Trump? Yeah!
Welcome to World
Indicted.
Class.
Yeah. Dude, that Vince McMahon button is the gift that keeps on giving. I never get tired of fucking pressing that one.
No, you guys got to get the one where Vince fires himself.
Send me the link to that image or that video and I will make that into a button.
Because Vince McMahon, you have been fired, Vince.
So, folks, welcome into our Extreme Rules live drunk party here on WCBS, World Class Bullshitters for the layperson. I'm joined by Kendo, and I'm Jeff, your host. Kendo,
Yo.
I'm still not used to Saturday night wrestling shows. Are you?
I am not, but I'm a big fan of them because, one, it gives me an excuse to do something to get back into wrestling, to watch wrestling, because if they're like, oh, it's on Sunday, I'd be like, oh, that's during football. I'm not watching that.
Yeah, I would go over to Phil's house and we would do double duty. We'd keep wrestling on the big TV because more people were there for wrestling, but he'd have a small TV for football. Nowadays, I might want to watch football on a bigger TV, but I'm a fan of the Saturday night shows. It's different. When I was a kid, I would have killed, 1, to have the network, and 2, to have Saturday night pay-per-views, because all I wanted to do was watch wrestling as a kid. I mean,
Yeah.
I was so fucking dedicated to this shit. So I'm happy that it's moved. Now, folks, welcome in. Tonight, it is a drunk watch. We're going to be hanging out with you guys, drinking, talking about wrestling. Kendo, I'm glad it's just us for now because you and I are the two. I mean, look, Dion is a diehard wrestling fan, but his interest doesn't go back and his knowledge isn't as encyclopedic. So it's kind of fun to just to bullshit with you about some wrestling tonight and poke fun at the modern product because it's better, but it's not as great as it used to be.
Oh, definitely not.
Michelle O'Rourke, thank you for asking how I am. I'm doing well. Folks in the chat, let's give a shout out to everybody here. We have Blaze Sith 82, cool name. What up to the Voyager 47? We got Cosmic Vader, Michelle O'Rourke Johansson. Hail to Clone Geek, Alexander the Great, Donkeysaurus Rex. Who else we got here? We got Jeff Clark. Keep on going. And a whole lot more. So, folks, thank you for joining us. Darian217, there you are, our WrestleMania buddy. He will be here. Now, guys, we'll have our WrestleMania meetup in just a few short months. I know, many, many months. It'll be the weekend of WrestleMania. WCBS will be live at WrestleMania. You can come hang out with us. And we're going to have fan meetups before and after WrestleMania. Even if you're not a wrestling fan, you guys can come hang out. But this is a wrestling stream, so I doubt many people that aren't wrestling fans are watching right now. Or maybe you're a fan of World Class Bullshitters and you like to see us drink. So, hi, folks. Today, I have a fistful of gummies, which is a cider. Not a cider. It's a fruited sour from Second Chance Beer Company in California. So I'll be drinking that tonight. Kendo, what do you got? What is your liquor of choice?
I have some bourbon inside of this big Arizona Cardinals cup with Coke Zero in it.
Nice. Oh, so folks, the show is just starting. You can watch along at home with Peacock. We can't show you the pay-per-view because we're not the WWE, but if you got the cock or you want to get it, you can watch along with us at home.
Speaking of getting the cock, I would just like to say hi to Blaze Sith and his friend Donkey Show Dan. I actually know them for reals.
Well, let's give them a shout out. We'll put the name up here on the screen. There you go, man. Shout out from Kendo and me. What's up? Xavier DeGod is here, as well as Cosmic Vader. Hey, Rob, what up? Because he says, hey, yo. Now, our buddy Mad Machismo sent in a $10 super chat. Thank you very much, Mad, to get us started. Get this. Oh, shit. That's leaking. God damn it. All right. So Jessie's gone. She wouldn't even complain about me spilling beer everywhere, but what happened? Anyway, Mad, thank you very much for your $10 super chat. Mad says, Jeff, wish I could join, but Mary has been begging me to be on her show tonight. Can't wait to be back on. Oh, hey, Kendo.
Hi.
Well, Mad, my buddy, we'll have you back on. You and I'll stream. We'll get together. But do me a favor. Say hi to Mary for me. Folks, Mary Mayhem is a good friend of the channel. She's a good person. As you know, she's been going through some stuff. So go over and show some love. Tell her WCBS sent you.
We do
and
love
Mary
us
and I
some
have a
Mary
special
Mayhem.
thing that we're working on for next year. So be on the lookout from that from us. Oh, let me clean this up and drink. There we go. I
Are they
haven't had
doing another Stubby Shillelagh bar fight thing with Sheamus? Because, god damn it, they did that like a pay-per-view ago already.
I don't like themed pay-per-views at all. I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to spice them up, make them a little different.
You can't have In Your House 746.
I never got tired of like Judgment Day, Armageddon, Unforgiven. Those were great names.
Great Balls of Fire.
Yeah, that's Vince McMahon right there. Yeah, he did, Rob. Just like Roman Reigns gets acknowledged. What up, Matt G? You're here too, my friend. Kendo Clone Geek says, I think I solved OJ murder. Woodrow Wilson framed OJ for it.
I mean, I could see that happening. Woodrow Wilson did hate black people.
It's on the record. Speaking of record, what do you think is this? Yeah, I was going to say, what do you think this White Rabbit is?
If it's not Bray Wyatt, it's either the best troll job of all time or the biggest letdown of all time.
Yeah, all right. Do you even have any interest in Bray Wyatt? I don't. I respect the earlier. Let me rephrase that. I like Bray Wyatt. I hate the Fiend.
The Fiend was cool until they ruined him. But yeah, Bray. I thought he was good. They just never let him do what he could do and what he should have done, and all the other things that he could have done with the gimmick. They just kept doing everything they could to fuck it over. But I would like to see Bray Wyatt come back for semi-selfish reasons, just because I've got a buddy that I know that is heavily involved in making a lot of the Bray Wyatt imagery and shit and design the Fiend mask and stuff. So it'll get him some more notoriety and work and money his way. Not that he needs it, but then I can say, hey, I can be like, hey, I know the guy that made that.
You can say that. Our friend Cesario Japan, excuse me, folks, sent in an early super chat, another tenor, Kenda, so we got a drink. It says, continuing WCBS 328. By the way, folks, I made a mistake. It's only 327. I got to go back and fix that. If you listen to the streaming version over on Podbean, iTunes, Stitcher Radio, and all those other places, you'll see episode 327 is the most recent one. I went ahead and fixed that. So I'll do that over here on YouTube as well. But Cesario Japan, thank you. He says, if we're going to send the boys to 18-plus cons, I suggest Sin City, Fetish and Fantasy, Halloween in Vegas, or several venues of Exotica across the U.S. Kendo, let's drink for that first. And I think Cesario Japan is trying to send us somewhere fucking cool.
Yeah, it'll just be a little difficult for me to explain to the old lady, hey, I'm going to this sex show, all right? Because she doesn't. Okay, she knows what I do here, but I don't think she really fully knows what I do here.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's like she knows about all this stuff, but I feel like she's still under the impression that this is the equivalent of me and my friends just fucking jacking off on the radio, playing around, having a good old time, and not, an actual serious endeavor.
Yeah.
And that we have to do things and make appearances and try to build everything and get it up as high as possible, only to end up going to like a fucking, sex show with dominatrixes and, fucking
it's
pussy
for the
magnets. Job. Yeah.
We'll
I get it.
Magnets.
Yeah. Like, I get it. I mean, I totally understand my role in this adventure. I've been doing it for a while now. This ain't my first goat fuck. But at the same time, I still have to see if we do it in Vegas, it'll be really easy because she loves Vegas. So it'd be like, you can go hang out with your friends and go to Jollibee and do all that stuff. And me and the guys are going to go over here and talk to these porn whores. Yeah.
By the way, I think ETEP is hanging out with Clown World Reviews in Vegas this weekend. Maybe it's next weekend.
He's going to Vegas sometime soon.
Yeah, I think he might be there right now.
My uncle was there not too long ago because my mom called me. She goes, your uncle's in your neck of the woods. I'm like, he's in New Mexico? She's like, no, he's in Las Vegas. I'm like, that's like 7 hours away. That's not really my neck of the woods.
You're half of the country.
Yeah, I was like, okay, he's on the West Coast or in the western part of the country. Got it. Me too.
I enjoy Las Vegas. I only live about 4 hours away, so I go regularly.
Yeah, we were going to go sometime soon too.
Michelle O'Rourke was asking about an opinion. You know what? It's Halloween. Go for the costume. Just go for it. Don't worry about anything. Jinx, go for it. I had to look up which Jinx you're talking about because I was like, you mean like from Die Another Day? Because that would be kind of funny if you had like the red suit and like that weird watch that she used to walk up. Wait, no, that was Waylon that walked up the wall. Jinx was whatever. All right, we have another fiver, so we'll drink for this one from Xavier Degatti. He says, was the WWF/E going PG the inevitable, or could they have survived being attitude and ruthless aggression in TV 14?
When they went corporate and became a publicly shared entity, it was inevitable.
I'm just to play devil's advocate, Kendo. I'm going to go the opposite way because I just watched what we talked about off air. I watched this thing, this 1 hour documentary on the murder, or the Chris Benoit murder suicide. Terrible situation, obviously, but I think that's the thing that really set it over the edge of being sanitized and safe to the PG level. Because if you go back to 2006, WrestleMania 22 is one of the best shows, and the show is full of blood and thumbtacks and crotch chops and fire. Like, the thing is, it's got everything that wrestling needs to be like great. WrestleMania 22 is one of those special shows. But they just stopped doing that kind of stuff after Benoit. And I'm not saying I need chair shots and CTE inducing whatever, but I need a good story and I need a threat of danger because every other form of entertainment is more extreme. Family entertainment is a little more violent. Everything is more violent. So it's kind of weird that wrestling has to be sanitized and toned down because it's too real. So, Xavier God, I'll say this. I don't think it was inevitable. I think the climate shifted. Had Benoit survived, but like this, we'll go back. Let's say Guerrero and Benoit both survived, and there weren't two heavily prominent wrestlers that had passed away. I don't think there would be the lens on the company, and so therefore they would probably operate like they did around 05, 06, 07, where you don't need, I Quit matches where Mankind had been hit in the head 27 times by a chair. But you could also have stretcher matches and some shit that was pretty balls to the wall. So that's my really long answer for you.
Okay. I got two takeaways from that. Number one, there's a dude on the hard cam side dressed as Batman, probably wearing hockey pads. And then
I see him.
My question is this. Johannes Kraut over here, who's got the bronzer going thing.
Yeah.
Why did he just do the front and not the back?
I can't unsee that now. He looks like a gradient.
Yeah. Like, right there, like he's all, orange man bad. And then as soon as you turn him around, he's not. So
he's a marshmallow.
Maybe he's making a political statement.
I mean, maybe Imperium clearly has their finger on the pulse of American political rhetoric. So,
or they're just a even more broke-dick version of the First World Order or whatever the hell. What the fuck was that stupid First Order? I don't know. They're all wannabe Nazis.
But yeah, the First Order from Star Wars?
Yeah. First World Order.
So I found out from a friend how expensive those barrels are. Like that are at ringside. Like to get those new, you're talking thousands. I wonder how much they had to pay for the old prop ones. Because like those things are good forever. The old wine barrels and liquor barrels.
Oh yeah. They use them over and over.
Yeah. Jesse's friend married a sommelier, so he was telling us all this stuff about wine.
Oh,
I'm
shit,
like,
a Somalian, huh? Was he a pirate?
Yeah. He was. He had a fucking hat and everything and a sword. It was pretty cool.
He is the captain now.
That's a good movie. I don't know if a lot of people have seen it, but folks, if you have not seen Captain Phillips, get your asses out there and watch it. It's a pretty solid Tom Hanks movie that I recommend. Darian 2-7 says Imperium is headed by the leader who's named after the World War II general.
Yes.
Gunther.
Gunther Stark. Yeah. We know because clearly they didn't. Or Vince was like, I'm going to name him after a Nazi because he is a Nazi and nobody's going to get it. It's funny. And then everyone's like, we got a Google search. Everybody can figure this out. God damn it.
Enrique Vasquez, thank you very much for your super chat. He says, hey guys, I'm going to buy tickets for next year, but I can only afford the seats way at the top. What section would be best? I mean, for WrestleMania? Well, Enrique, what I would suggest is if you're going to be sitting up there at the top, try to get on the left or right side of the ring, because if you go directly back where you can see the stage and everything, you might either run into the light gantry being in your way or the lights might actually just hit you in the eye. For example, we all sat at WrestleMania 35 in New York. We all chanted, turn the lights off, because we couldn't see the fucking Randy Orton match.
Yeah. My advice would be buy those tickets and then scalp them the day of the event to get your maximum amount of money. Then just go watch it at like a bar or something like that because, you'll be happier.
Oh, also, Enrique, I got your message about Frankensons. I'm pretty sure I'm available, so we'll go, dude. It'll be fun. Kendo, when you come out here, Frankensons is just like a vintage toy store. It's like the toy store.
Nice.
I'll be filming some shorts there, and people can check it out.
Steal me a Voltron.
Dude, have you seen the new one that's out?
The like $800 one on Big Bad Toy Store.
Yeah, I was like, man, if I had the extra scratch right now, I'd buy that for Kendo.
I know, I saw that too. I was like, God, that is awesome. $800, not that awesome.
Oh, I'm at a point where I have just as much fun buying people toys as I do buying toys myself. It must be the psychological interest of buying toys, but either way, I saw it and I was like, man, Kendo should have this.
I would enjoy it. I'd be like, oh my God, this is so cool. I wonder how much I can get for it on eBay. Nah, I wouldn't do that.
Dude, it'd be like me trying to sell a Megazord. It would just be wrong.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to. I would never be able to pull that one off. I'd be like, I just can't hit submit. And then, I did see something I'm going to get myself for my birthday. Apparently, they're coming out with a Top Gun and Top Gun Maverick 4K Super Sex Nuts Edition collector's pack thing for like $125 on Amazon. So I'm like, comes out in the middle of December. I'm like, it's my birthday coming.
You deserve it, buddy. I won't go into the personal stuff, even though it's not secret, but you got a lot you're dealing with. So enjoy your birthday. Enjoy that Top Gun. Folks, Kendo could use a break. So send him some love. So we got Sheamus versus Gunther still going on. Dude, Sheamus has been around since like 2009. Have you ever been a fan?
No.
I liked him when he first debuted because he beat John Cena. I liked him. I never really hated Sheamus, but I lost interest in him around face Sheamus versus Daniel Bryan. I just, it wasn't WWE and comedy just don't work for me. A handful of guys are funny, not everybody.
And Ireland, Sheamus is potato family, and the shit out of that German.
So is Pete Dunne still Butch, or is he back to Pete Dunne?
I don't know.
Because he'll always be Pete for me. This is a solid opener, but this feels like a Triple H match. What I mean is, like, these just seem like the type of matches Triple H would book because he likes them, but they're also like good foundational stuff. Right.
Gets people hyped up. It's a bit of a curtain jerker. Except for those people that are just sitting there completely unmoved.
Anubis T800, thank you very much for your super chat. Kendo, this is a tour we got to drink for. David Boy! Sorry. Hello, Kendo and Jeff.
Whee!
Oh, shit. Frog Splash. That was a lazy-ass Frog Splash.
Yeah, it was.
Xavier to God, good choice for... or your good taste in entrance themes. He said he liked Written in My Face by, or whoever sang it, but Sheamus' old theme song. The Lobster Head song.
Yeah, that was all right.
Whenever who I fucking hated was when Finley teamed up with Hornswoggle.
Yeah, that and everything about Hornswoggle typically sucked.
Yep, I was never a fan. I just don't like... The thing is, I like comedy in wrestling. Like, Chris Jericho's funny as shit. I love Chris Jericho, but he can also back it up in the ring. People like Hornswoggle, somebody needs to save him. And if he gets a win, it's ridiculous.
You can't let Walter tap out.
Yo, Superfan Adam Shawhan, you trying to get in on this stream, man? If you want a link, just shoot me a message. I'll drop it to you. No problem, buddy. More the merrier. We got this like crab. Is this a Boston crab or is this like a Celtic crab?
That's the clover leaf.
Oh. Ooh, you saw the fucking sweat fly off his body. He legit got him in the kidneys. Ow.
But there's Pete Dunne and that other guy.
So I always bitch when wrestlers wear like really ridiculous, over the top, like bright colors in modern day because it's like, it's whatever. But these guys look almost too generic. It's like, wait, fuck.
Speaking of that, is El Generico on the show tonight?
Who is? Oh, I hope so.
Because Sami Zayn's the only thing interesting about the bloodline these days.
Agreed. I'm a big Sami Zayn fan. I didn't watch SmackDown, but I did listen to the replay or the pre-show of this, where they played clips from SmackDown. It sounds like the one, SmackDown sounds decent, and two, the Roman Reigns stuff, they've just kind of figured out how to do the long form story. So I'm hoping against hope that they fucking pull the trigger right at WrestleMania.
Yeah, Cornette's been watching it again, so that's how I've been getting my updates on what's been going on with Raw and SmackDown, because I haven't had the time to watch any of those. I have not been watching Dynamite at all because it's boring. Plus, on Wednesday nights, we got football, so obviously I've got other shit to deal with. But yeah, it sounds like they're slowly but surely getting their shit together in the WWE.
And it makes me happy. Like, I mean, clearly we love wrestling, so we want this shit to get better. I think I'm going to try to at least watch YouTube recaps of SmackDown and Raw in the build up to Road to WrestleMania this year. Because, like, I don't want to say I'm checked out of AEW because it's premature to say that, but I'm very turned off. I don't trust that the company's going to be around forever, so I don't want to get too invested. Plus, I hate CM Punk, so I'm biased. Now, we got a $5 from our friend Ninja Lawyer Steve. What's up, dude? He says, yeah, everything with Hornswoggle sucks. He was in that lame Leprechaun reboot. I forgot about that one.
That's true.
Now, we got another one from our friend Darian217. This is a big one, Kenda, so we got to drink. This is a 20, so I'm going to go to a new one.
Me too.
Let me read this first, though. Darian, thank you very much. You couldn't see the match, and they were chanting, turn the lights off? Well, fuck, that makes two of us then at its show. Seriously, WWE, what's up with blinding the audience that pays more money to be at the shows? Audience in the purple light. You know, Darian, I don't get that, man. Especially, okay, like I get when you're trying to use the lights like to see the show, but some of the dramatic shit that they do to try to make it look good on TV, it hurts your actual in-arena experience, and it's bullshit, man. I can't fucking get down with that.
Blame Bucky fucking Beaver for that.
Hello, my friends. Yeah, I kind of shared it in the chat earlier. If people read it, I don't want to read out loud what I wrote, but go read. Yeah, there's a few people that are chilling with us watching, so it's a good thing, my friend. And thank you for the invite.
Oh, dude, anytime. You know you're super fan Adam Shawhan. You got a place here on this show. I was walking back from the fridge, so I don't know if you heard me, but I said, you're super fan, man. You always got a spot on the show.
Hey, like I said, man, thank you. Yeah, and some of the people in the chat are taking advantage of what I was doing, so there we go. We can all watch and have fun. So
hell yeah, we can, folks. That's what we do. We do it as a community.
Damn
so
right.
It's been a minute since I've seen you, man. How you been?
I know, it's horrible. I wasn't able to make it to the Horror Hound, and you guys didn't have the table. And man, yeah, it's been a year. It's sad. Another year that we've not seen each other. It's been a few since I've seen Kendo. It was back the last indie one we did.
Well, I can guarantee you we'll be at the next Indie Horror Hound and the next Cincy show. They just were really stupid the way they did their tables this year, so it wasn't really our choice. But Darian217, I'm going to drink for your super chat right now. Ooh, excuse me, I don't want to burp into the mic. Anubis T800, was somebody asking about how many WrestleManias we've done? I've been to all of them since 2006. Right in the head. Fuck him. Long time WrestleMania attendee. Kendo has been to WrestleMania, 34?
34.
Good time. You know what? The trip was better than the show.
Oh, yeah. Easily.
I got to say, it was that might be my favorite WrestleMania trip ever. Just hands down, it was perfect. Everything was going great in New Orleans. It couldn't ask for anything better, but maybe a show that would have been better.
Yeah, better WrestleMania.
The prime mover would kick all these guys' asses. Just saying.
He could go take on Gunther. I'll help him. I just want to watch him beat his ass.
Have you seen the new Kane belt? OMG.
I have the one that's got the black and red, kind of like not zebra stripes, but that weird like wave pattern.
Yeah.
The Brooklyn Brawler was never the WWE champion.
Nope.
That hurts. Darian, to answer your question in the chat, no, Kendo was not at WrestleMania 35. WrestleMania 35 was Dion, myself, and my buddy Dan. And then a few days later, and I do mean just a few days later, because WrestleMania was on Sunday. Wednesday, we were all in Chicago for Star Wars Celebration, the big one, and that we all talk about still to this day. Yep. So I think that was the reason why you and Nick didn't come to WrestleMania, because we had all this stuff planned for the trip right afterwards.
Yeah, we couldn't get all that time off.
Well, then you had the snowstorm, which was hilarious. So,
oh yeah,
because myself and Moist were going to come, but then Moist, he had to do the cat. Jon Snow had a bad asthma attack, so he couldn't go. And then I was going to show up with one of the other guys, and I apologize, I can't remember who it was now, but it was one of the other guys, and then he got in a car wreck. And I was just like, all right, that's it. I'm not leaving the house. I'm just staying home. And then you guys had the snowstorm.
We ate pizza all day and hung out in the room. It was great. Okay, so we got our first match over. Sheamus and the Brutes went over Imperium. I liked what I watched. I paid attention to this one. I know we talked over it, but that doesn't mean I wasn't into it. It told a decent story in the ring, and I will watch more of these guys. I'm not bothered by any of them. Superfan, do you have an opinion of any of the guys that were in this match?
I mean, I always liked Sheamus. I am American Irish, so I've always enjoyed him. It wasn't too bad. I won't lie. I kind of kicked everything on and was doing some other stuff. And then I forgot you guys were live, and then I remembered you were live. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to do something special for WCBS, because that's the kind of guy I am, because we are world-class bullshitters. And the chat deserves to, for those that can't do so, join in and watch. And I don't mind doing this. We do this a lot because we are wrestling fans, as you know, and fanatics. Every Tuesday, Clown World Review. We do the Monday Night Retrospective. You've been on with us.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, we talk about wrestling every week, buddy. And we talk about it all the time. In our Facebook group chat, dude, that's all we're always talking about. Myself, Etep Wakulian, Tony Tone Deaf from Clown World Review, Angela Stray. Like, that's all we do is talk wrestling, guys. So, yeah, we're big fans.
Those are all, and folks in the chat, if you come to our conventions, you might meet Angela Straven. He's part of the second floor crew along with Superfan Adam Shawhan. So
that's
what
right,
we do
baby.
Is not only do we get a table and sell stuff and hang out and meet fans, we also have this like subgroup of fans and listeners that all get together and hang out at the table. We all drink beer and just hang out and go to dinner and shit. It's awesome.
It is a good time, I'm telling you. Look, I've been with you since 2017, 2018, somewhere around there. I don't know. But we'd been talking long before. Oh, I had to officially come out and say that I am a YouTuber, by the way, now. I am actually an official YouTuber after 6 years.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Welcome to the party, pal.
So, Party Boo, baby. Party Boo.
Yeah. That's the name of our album coming out 2024.
Yep. But I'd been, I'd been on the men's room and helping those guys out and doing a bunch of other stuff. And of course, a lot, thanks to Nick, met ETEP and got to get in with that group of guys and get to start streaming with them as well. And even launch, I had to launch my channel as the super fan, because that's what I'm known as on here. And I'm just too lazy. I've got other channels, but nah, I'm just going to stick with. But yeah, I took over Friday Fun with Friends that Brandon and I used to do on Fridays. I miss him, that. I miss all you guys. But no offense, I miss my buddy, and it felt like the right thing to do. And so I do Friday Fun with Friends at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on my channel. I have a bunch of people. We come on, we just bullshit. You know how I am, Jeff. I mean, I can get along with damn near anybody. So,
oh yeah.
So, and I like to talk. We all like to talk, and I have a platform and let everybody come on and talk. And, I plug everybody that I support, including you guys. You're in the description of every single live stream, because without Frank, I never would have found you guys. And without you guys and DJD and everybody, I wouldn't be here. So the power of the wiener.
Yeah, power of the wiener, man.
Damn right, baby. But no, man, again, it's been a thrill, man. Everything, getting to know you guys individually and as a group. And it's been one of the better parts of this second half of my life, man. I have no regrets other than, the times we haven't been able to get together due to not our problems, unforeseen things. So every year, though, that's my vacation, is trying to meet up with you guys. Like, I save my money all year so that I can go, and hang out, because that's my getaway. That's the time I get away from the dogs. So
well, we love having you, man. If you can work super early out in advance, 2024's WrestleMania is in Philadelphia. Obviously, we're going to go. I know the trip is going to be, it's like a 12-hour drive for you. It'll be smaller than this one, and we're going to have an even bigger hangout. So this year, we're kind of like doing all the California hangout stuff, and then next year, we're going to have another one back east. So, or 2 years from the fucking Philly Frenetic.
Pretty.
That we were kind of even with Mr. Etep and that, like, because I've been trying to find some conventions or something that you guys could hit over this way as well, besides just Warhound after this year, just in case some back, if you will.
Well, one of my plans that I think you guys will like is I want to start doing Cincinnati Horror Hound and the Cincinnati Comic Expo, because they're one weekend apart, and it's better to just kind of stay in Cincinnati and drive out and do both shows. And it's, it's good growth. So I hope Gritty kills the Miz.
Yes. No, man, it's just one of those things, though. Yeah, like, I mean, like, I know where everybody's located at. And don't worry, Kendo, I still love you, baby. You still got to sign all those stealing solos, by the way. Don't think I forgot about you, Mr. Kendo.
I'll take care of it.
I know you will, brother. And I am very happy for you and everything that's going on. And I do miss you, buddy. It's been too long. But you're a great guy, and thank you for always being here and doing your thing, man, because you're hilarious. I don't care what anybody else says. I still find you hilarious, my friend.
Well, I'm glad,
Has there been has there been a thing of Kendo's not funny?
No, I don't think so. But, sometimes he does get picked on a little bit, but he doesn't care. And, I don't know. I've always had a great relationship with all you guys. Like, I can't say I have one specific bullshitter I like more. I just love you guys all. You're great. I do get in the chat still. And a lot of times, I'm not gonna lie, dude, I'm on the TV watching and I'm texting from my phone, but YouTube does not like a lot of words that anybody uses anymore. So you're constantly having to approve the people that are trying to write in. And I thank God that back when I found you guys, YouTube wasn't as screwed up as it is now.
Yeah. Kendo, you got your refill set up?
I do.
All right, we got another one. Superfan, you're more than welcome to drink along with us because you're part of the show tonight. We actually want everyone.
Drink right here, my friend.
So from our friend Xavier to God, we had a fuck, marry, kill. Mania Reigns versus Triple H, Taker, or Lesnar 31. Oh, God, these are going to be hard because I don't like any of these matches.
Mania Reigns versus Triple H, Taker. It's only 2 matches.
Well, maybe he means... didn't Roman Reigns fight all of these people at WrestleMania? So he means Roman Reigns versus Triple H, Roman Reigns versus Taker, or Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 31. Fuck, marry, kill.
Because
they all were not. Triple H is getting killed. Sorry, Roman Reigns versus Triple H dies. Roman Reigns versus Undertaker gets fucked, and Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar gets married at WrestleMania 31 because Seth Rollins cashes in the title or the Money in the Bank and steals the show and makes that night memorable. So that's my answer.
Seems legit.
Kill Reigns versus Taker because it was hot garbage. Oh, fuck. Reigns versus Triple H, and I guess marry every iteration. Oh, okay. Yeah, marry Reigns versus Lesnar at WrestleMania 31 because it had a great ending.
It did. Speaking of endings, Liv Morgan. Anyone a fan of her?
I mean, she can sit
fan
on
of
my
what she
face. We can play
looks like,
Pinocchio, but I'm just saying.
She's not that good at wrestling.
Yeah, I think she looks great, but I don't believe her. I mean, I know they're trying, so I'm going to give it a chance. But like, this is like, I believe Natalia. I believe some of these women that have been around for a long time. But I kind of put Mandy Rose and Liv Morgan in the same categories. They're hot women. They look great. I put them on pro wrestling, but don't make them champions because I'm not going to believe that these chicks are going to kick ass. Like, they're like Carmella or Eve Torres or any of these beautiful women that are in the ring and been around forever, but like, you're not championship material. Is that too mean?
I mean, I don't know. How can I'm kind of tired of Ronda Rousey.
Same.
I mean, I'm sorry. Like when she first came in, whatever, but now it's just like I don't know. I don't know. I think they need to build the women's division way more.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe with Vince being gone, we'll get that because he just hated lady wrestlers for some weird reason.
Yeah, I mean, there are certain things Vince McMahon knew worked and didn't back down, but there are certain things that changed and he just didn't evolve and adapt along with it. And I think Stephanie makes it so fucking on the nose with what they try to do in wrestling. And so it kind of just doesn't blend well. But I'm with you, man. Vince kind of missed the train on this. He doesn't like to watch women wrestle.
I don't think it's that he doesn't like to watch women wrestle. I think that the only reason why they had a women's division was so that him and Lauren Ice could find chicks to bang and then pay off.
That is the downfall of Vince McMahon, his Wang. All right, Ronda Rousey has not tried to rip off Roddy Piper tonight. That's cool.
No, I don't give a damn about Ronda Rousey wrestling or her bad reputation.
I thought she had a good reputation.
I don't know, but she's definitely got the Nightman thing going.
Yeah. You got to pay the troll toll if you want to get into that boys' hole. Who's the ring announcer? That's not JoJo, is it?
Nah.
She looks like JoJo from the side.
Yeah, that's Nojo.
I'll take her.
Oh, Halloween ends.
Yay!
We'll
be
next
Friday. Yeah, we're gonna be watching that for the channel, huh? Join us. Oh, I gotta put that on the fucking in the schedule, dude. I got 2 high councils and I had this preloaded, but I don't have that, so I gotta take care of that. All right, Ronda Rousey, hurry this match up, please. I don't really like how they do the augmented reality shit in wrestling. I just like the stages and the old Titantrons. There's a little too much overload for me. All right, Darian 2-7. Thank you very much for your generous super chat. He says, I give Liv Morgan some more credit than Carmella. Liv's been around for some years and has worked harder to get that belt. Carmella got the breast implants trying to be a Vince girl for the belt. Well, that's 100% fair, Darian, and I do agree with that.
Yeah, definitely true. Definitely accurate. Definitely fair. But it's not like the Carmella bar is like really high set.
For a second, when you said the Carmella bar, I was like, what is this, OSW wrestling? What bar are you? I'm the Carmella bar. Well, she looks awesome. She's like the Joker. Superfan Adam Shawhan, would she fit in your Joker collection?
Yeah. I wouldn't say no. It works. It works. I mean, the clown behind me is shaking his head up and down, and it's a mannequin, so I'm kind of scared.
Yeah, when your inanimate objects come to life to tell you they think someone's hot, run.
Yeah. There could be a problem. And by the way, I haven't had alcohol in 3 months, so I quit drinking completely. So yeah, but I am drinking. Walmart has a cotton candy water, so being that I have the diabetes, I am drinking that, and there's no carbs and all that stuff. So every time you guys are drinking, I'm taking a drink of this wonderful, tasty, sweet water that has no sugar in it.
So somebody's staying hydrated tonight.
Yeah.
That's right.
Ronda needs to calm down. She's ruining the framing.
I keep waiting on her to pull like a Ultimate Warrior where she gasses out like after running around the ring.
I thought Ronda Rousey was just going to deck Liv Morgan in the face and pin her 1, 2, 3. That'd be terrible.
Yeah. But it's also not completely unheard of.
How do you guys feel about the new branding of the pay-per-view where they keep harping on the name of the city? So this is like Extreme Rules Philadelphia. Do you like that, or do you think it's a little overkill?
Overkill.
I mean, I think it is, but with everybody's attention spans these days, you might need that.
Fair. I just thought it was easier when it was, Extreme Rules 2022.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I'm
So
just
this is
thinking
only
that we're old, Jeff.
This is only a 6-match card.
And we're already in the second match. Cool.
Yeah.
I got some other stuff I'd rather do tonight.
And there's only 2 championship matches on said card, and they're both women's championship matches.
Oh, yeah, because Roman Reigns is defending the belt against fucking Logan Paul in Saudi Arabia. Yeah, folks, you heard that right. Logan Paul versus Roman Reigns in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, sweet Saudi money, 8 or 9 or whatever one they're on.
They can pay us $10 million to go over there and do stuff.
I don't think I'm going.
I'm going to lie and tell them that I'm the Ultimate Warrior or somebody. No, I should go over and be like, I'm Yokozuna. I came back from the grave just to wrestle for you.
Right. We could be Andre's unknown child too. I mean, just saying.
Yeah, that's how I should book myself. I'm the illegitimate son of Andre the Giant, and I've come to Saudi Arabia to win the title because my father couldn't.
Or better yet, you could just say I'm brother to the Big Show. Because remember, he was also Andre's child back in the day. So it would probably throw people off. They wouldn't understand it because they'd be like, wait a minute, he's not pasty enough. But he's giant enough. Let me tell you, this is one of the biggest guys I've ever seen. I've been with these guys. I have pictures. I have proof. We look like a football squad, man. It's some intimidating people, to say the least, with the biggest hearts. And Nick is the biggest teddy bear I've ever met. Not to mention Jeff. You are a big teddy bear too, but damn, dude. Just good guys. All I can say, man, nothing but good crew here.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Somebody just sent me a picture of a coffee cup shaped like a toilet, and I was like, oh, that's gross. So, Darian217, though, to follow up a little more on your super chat, wasn't Liv Morgan part of the Riot Squad, right?
Yes.
That was her, okay.
With Ruby Riot and that fucking weird chick.
Folks, if you want to see me interview Ruby Soho, a.k.a. Ruby Riot, go to the channel archives. It is there. We interviewed her back in March. Cosmic Vader, I have seen that Masters of the Universe Andre the Giant figure. There's a Super 7 Andre the Giant. I don't care. Liv Morgan's, she's hot. No, but there's an Andre the Giant Super 7 figure that actually looks more like me than Andre the Giant, and Salvador is going to customize it, and I'll have a Jeff action figure. Did she even hit her?
Well, that was the not close enough, and you could see it.
Look, if you're going to try to swing a baseball bat, it's like, hey, let me tap you with this baseball bat. This is weird. Are you seeing this, Kendo? Like how little she's tapping her with the bat?
Yeah, that's why these matches are stupid, because you can't just haul off and just clobber somebody with a bat, clearly. That's why I always thought the sledgehammer was stupid, because it's just so fucking fake and phony.
So have you ever heard the reason why Triple H holds the front of his hand with the sledgehammer instead of like swinging it like you normally do?
So he doesn't actually kill the person that he's wrestling with and supposed to be hitting with the sledgehammer?
Yes, but originally they used to use a fake sledgehammer. If you go back and watch like mid-99 footage, he uses a sledgehammer like you normally would. But he was using it against the Undertaker, and it like snapped and hit the Undertaker in the eye or something. So they never used the fake gimmick sledgehammers again. That's why he does that weird, thing he always does.
So I got to think that this bat is somehow gimmicked because of the fact that she was kind of hitting her there. And I don't care if you're lightly hitting somebody with a metal bat or a wooden bat, it's going to hurt.
Oh, yeah.
A wiffle ball bat would hurt. Not like a metal or a wooden, but even a wiffle ball bat, if you swing that sucker and hit somebody, it's going to hurt.
Yeah. This. What is. Okay, so she's hitting her legit with the strap. What the fuck is this?
I mean, like when they did the women's revolution thing, I was like, give them a hardcore match. You know, like if you're going to do this, do it. And this has got to be the worst version of a hardcore match I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's I didn't realize this was a hardcore match. I'm into it from that aspect.
Yeah.
I shouldn't laugh. She just hits her in the head. She's like, ow.
But I mean, look, like she's the champ, and you got Ronda Rousey that legitimately could whip a lot of people's butts. Like, let's be realistic here. And this is the route they're going. It's like, you know, I get it, but I just don't see her winning. But I don't see her losing the title either. Like, it's been kind of every time she's won, it's been by like a fluke lately, if I'm remembering correctly.
Who, Ronda?
No, Liv.
Oh, Liv. Dude, you've been watching more recently than I have.
Well, it's because I'm dedicated to the shows and the stuff that I do. You know that, man. I do love wrestling. Well, this new product is shit, but you know, it's been getting a little better. Not much. We're not back to the 90s by any means, but
you know, all I would love for them to do is go back to like 2005. I thought it was a good blend of modern storytelling, violent wrestling, non-violent wrestling. Everything kind of worked back then.
yeah. I think the problem is everybody's focused on their brand, and it's not about the stories and or say wrestlers. When you go through the current list of people, and if you take out all the ex-champions and whatnot, you really don't have that big of a list of people to talk about.
That's true. You know, it's the whole branding thing is interesting because I understand what you need to do to brand and be relevant today, but man, the WWE harping on their brand instead of superstars has turned it into like, it's too generic. Yeah, you don't need it to be the Hulk Hogan show or the Stone Cold Steve Austin show, but you kind of need a guy that you go to see. Like when I was a kid, you went to see The Rock or you went to see Stone Cold. It was a big event. It was a two-man thing. You're like, oh, I'm going to go see these guys. And then the rest of the card was there too. And the rest of the card was great. I don't like the whole WrestleMania is the brand. I want like good matches and good shows and like big superstars. You know, nobody's a big enough superstar anymore.
No, and then when they do have, okay, remember when everybody wanted Reigns as the champion, but Vince didn't, and now they force it on him. Dude goes to part-time, and it's like, no, we don't want him as a champ. Like, we're sick of him. You won't let him and Seth Rollins ever have a finisher, like, and let Seth win. You know, so it's like, okay. And then he just beats everybody. And it's kind of like Brock Lesnar 2.0, in my opinion, is what we're dealing with right here.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Brock Lesnar could back it up a little more than Roman Reigns. Well, Brock Lesnar could back everything up. Roman Reigns is like, we're told he's great.
You've seen him live. How far away from him were you? Because I've been like nose to nose with him. And look, I'm more scared of him than you. Because that dude moves fast. And I mean fast. He is quick. Like you see it, but when you see it with your eyes and it's not on a screen and you see how quick that dude really is, yeah, you're going to poop yourself a little. Just saying.
I wouldn't mess around with Brock Lesnar if I saw him in person. Just saying. I'm not stupid.
Nope. I mean, I respect these guys. We all are fans, and we all, as YouTubers especially, know, there's a real world and there's what they're doing and whatnot. But, as when we met the Godfather, look at how cool he was.
Yeah.
That was a blast. And, the fact that I was the guy that introduced your mom to him and you just really were kind of speechless, and I know why. But again, look at how wonderful that worked out. Like that was a moment in time never to be duplicated. And those of us that were there got to see it. So you want to come see World Class Bullshitters live. Trust me, you don't want to miss out. But again, look at how cool he was, right? And I'm not going to say all wrestlers are like that, but it does seem to be the majority of them are from the old days. And again, drawing power, right? Like we had Hogan and Savage, and you had Beefcake, and it doesn't. You can go through the list. You had matches in every match you cared about. Where now, maybe you're lucky if there's 2 matches you care about, and it's all filler. So yeah, I don't know what the history is going to be or what's going to happen going forward. I just pray we get back to storytelling and building the wrestlers and not giving Cena a 10-year run and not giving Lesnar a couple-year run and never lose, you know, in the CM Punk crap. And like, I thought I missed CM Punk till I saw him in AEW. Then I realized, no, I really didn't.
Xavier to God sent in a super chat. We got a drink for this one. He says, fuck, Mary kill Bray Wyatt, Wyatt family, Fiend. Okay, so this is all Bray Wyatt edition. The Wyatt family, the Fiend, and Woken Bray Wyatt.
Kill the Fiend.
Kill the Fiend?
Kill the Fiend. Marry the family because there's multiples, you know. And yeah, there you go. Yep, and then you're humping the other one. So yeah.
Yeah, Wyatt family gets married. Sorry, I just don't like the Fiend. After that Hell in a Cell match where he fucking took a sledgehammer and all that crap, I get wrestling scripted, but that was like next level, kind of embarrassing. Here we go. Is she going to go for the flying ass again? I always enjoy the flying ass. Oop, she got it. So, Superfan, I used to have a wrestler in the game where he would jump up off the top rope, do 3 flips, and then land on his ass.
I can believe that.
Fred Fucks is still around. I still put him in all the wrestling games, but
nice.
They don't have create a finisher anymore, so.
You want to know what? This will make you laugh. The last wrestling game I bought was 2015. I recently bought 2K216. The one with Austin on it. And I get my ass beat because I don't game as much as I used to, and the controls are different. But the best one I liked was 14.
14 was great. Oh my God, 14 was a great game. Folks, if you haven't played WWE 2K14, get yourselves a copy of it for the Xbox 360 or the PS3. It was good.
Yeah. I like that you could have unlimited finishers and the controls weren't bad. And, you know, then 15, it changed. I know I was good at one time because I beat the game. And then I went back and tried to play it, and I got my butt kicked. And then in 16, I was kind of learning stuff because I really wanted to get in the 22 as well. But, you know, it's one of those where it's like I always usually wait till about halfway through the year when they're a little cheaper. But I don't know. I mean, you've got 22. How do you feel about it?
It's really good. If you're trying to get back into wrestling games, though, you don't want to play 22 and 16 at the same time because they redid the control scheme.
Yeah.
What the hell? Liv Morgan passed. Damn, she put her in a chokehold against the table. That was kind of a unique ending.
Yeah, it was different.
Yeah.
Didn't see that coming. I actually didn't think Ronda was going to win, but I just couldn't see Ronda losing. I just figured it was going to be like a, I don't know, double disqualification that you can't have. I don't know. Somehow something would have happened. But okay, I'm okay with this.
Yeah, I'm okay with this too, man. I'm okay. Now, Darian 2 and 7, I'm going to read that in just a second. Yeah, choked her other legs and ass. We'd all like to go out that way. Not necessarily go out, but, you know, go there. But I do want to, another thing about 2K22, man, it plays a lot better. It's harder, which is good. Because before, you had one reversal button, and I don't mean to brag, but I figured out how the game worked years ago, so the games were very easy. I didn't even, like, when I play all the guys, I don't lose. Up until this year, I hadn't, and I'm not trying to pat myself on the back, but when I play the computer, I beat them on Legendary, or whatever it's called, Legend mode. I can beat anybody in the older, or could beat anybody, because I play them constantly, and they never evolved. Now they're different. For example, instead of reversing with one button, you got 3 different buttons you can reverse. You got a crapshoot. The trick in all these wrestling games, folks, is to read the animations of the wrestlers. If you watch how they move, you can figure out exactly how to game the system. That's the secret, Superfan. Watch their motions, because if they punch a certain way, you can tell how early you've reversed it by the punch they throw. Like, if you ever want a fucking consultation on how to, like, master that game, call me up. I will tell you how to count frames and all this shit.
Oh, yeah. Well, like I said, man, it's one of those, like, I hadn't played in so long. And, you know, 15, I played when 15 was hot, you know? So it's like, it's been a minute.
I didn't buy 15, actually.
Yeah, at 16, I started, and Tony told me that from 15 to 16 was different. He wasn't wrong. I played a couple matches, and I was like, okay, because that's about all I got in me. I can do about a couple matches, and then, you know, with the one eye and whatnot, I get motion sickness, so I got to stop. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, I've enjoyed what I've done so far. But I was just like dying to hear about a little bit more about 22 because it looks good. And I've watched, on YouTube and stuff too. But it's one of those where I'm like, man, I kind of really want to get it because like you just made me even more hyped for it. Because yeah, that one button push block bullshit got old quick.
Yeah. And the roster, okay. I like 16 a lot because it has Attitude Era stuff. It is the best Attitude Era game in a long time. And you know me, I love The Rock. He's my favorite. And I like him a certain way. I like, 1999, 2000 Rock. That game had every version. If you ever, that's the only thing that sucks about you getting that game. You can't get the DLC anymore. The DLC was awesome for that game. It had like 3 or 4 packs, Attitude Era, Modern Era, tons of arenas. Also, too, 2017 plays a lot like 2016, and 18 is slightly tighter, and it introduces a few new features. But man, 2016 to 2019, you could kind of either play one of those or skip them all, and then jump to 22 because 2K20 is fucking trash. It's as broken.
I remember you saying that. Yeah.
All right, Darian 2-7, we're going to drink for your generous super chat. Thank you for everything. He says, I agree. Roman did great when he called out Brock for only showing up a few times of the year. Then the Batman saying, you either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become a villain. Now Roman is the Brock. That is true. That is very true, man. Fucking 2014. I was a huge fan of Roman Reigns winning that Rumble. Not in 2015. Are you going to watch Raw tomorrow night for DX or Monday night?
I can't. I have to watch it Tuesday. I don't have cable.
Oh, neither do we.
So I'll watch it Tuesday.
Hulu?
Yep.
I guess I should start doing that on Tuesday. I have Tuesday mornings to do stuff, so maybe I'll start watching it on Tuesday mornings myself.
If I had it, it would be one thing, but I did really YouTube it up like I did with you guys in the past. So like every Monday I'm with ETEP, whether I'm in the chat or on the panel. I'm not really on the panel much. I'm usually in the chat, but still it's like this Monday I'll be on the panel. I actually will be on with ETEP's Place to Be Reviews. So that's really cool. Getting to be back on there with the guys. But yeah, it's just I did the same thing I've done with you guys and put myself out there and found the right people. And when they need help, they jump, they're like, hey, can you come on? I'm like, well, of course. And just really good people. And again, it helps because we all found each other because of you. All of you guys. If it weren't for World Class, we wouldn't have, done this. So you are still bringing people together years later, Jeff, after starting this little channel that could, brother. So,
I'm glad it keeps on doing it, man.
Oh yeah, it's great though, man. It is really great to be able to I'll go on my channel and do the same thing, and we're just talking about everybody, and it's just so nice to be like, look, there are good YouTubers out there. You just got to know where they are, and I just keep promoting. And from day one, it's been you guys. So for me, that was Frank found you guys, and then we all met up, and it's just been great. So, oh yeah.
So
can't complain one bit, other than the fact that when they just won't let us hang out together.
I know, fucking horror hound. Darian 2-7, thank you very much. We're on our other ones now.
Because you didn't get to see any of the new stuff I've gotten. I mean, I've got so many belts, it's redonkulous.
Dude, I got to get myself a WWF Attitude Era Big Eagle belt. That's going to be that's a bucket list item to own because it's got to have the scratch WWF logo, not the WWE on it.
Well, I know the place to get the one that you're going to want, so it's not from WWE, though.
I love that belt so much. I would pay to get a replica made of real leather and not gold because I'm not stupid, but like a nice metal one. I would pay to get a 1-to-1 replica, or my goal is to just befriend one of these old former champions and then buy it from them or steal it from them.
Right.
Look, I know we're not friendly, but The Rock lives up the street. I'll just break in, steal the title belt. He'll never notice. That'd be weird. Like some celebrity's like, yeah, somebody robbed my house. What'd they take? My old title belt. What else? Nothing. There was money on the table. Well, you know who robbed you. It was me.
Right.
No, I'm not going to commit a crime for the Rock's title belt.
No. It's a joke,
What?
people.
It'd be funny if somebody called. They're like, you better be careful. There's this guy that's going to break into your house and steal shit. It's like, what the fuck? That's the internet. All right, now we got Karrion Kross. I like Scarlett Bordeaux. I think she's great looking, but I don't know anything about Karrion Kross. But I hope Drew McIntyre wins. What about you?
Drew.
I'm not a big Drew fan. I just like him. I think he's a good wrestler.
In the era that we have right now, I didn't like him before. And what was it? The 2-man band shit. Like I wasn't really my kind of thing. But as he came out again, like after he left and came back, I did enjoy him quite a bit. Then like him and Sheamus wrestling each other. What, like 2-3 years ago? Sure. When they just wrestled each other recently, I'm like, really? I think I've seen this before.
But
a
few times.
Yeah. Like a few dozen times. But again, it's, when he sliced the rope and whatnot, that was kind of cool. It was something new, that they don't normally do. Here you go, Jeff. I'm going to put that in a private for you. I'll put it in the actual chat too. That's the place I'm going to recommend you check out for the belt you're wanting. That's where I'm looking at getting mine.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not overly expensive. You can make it where it's way expensive, but yeah, they're not overly expensive. And I think it's a pretty good. They have the blue one. I'm a sucker for that blue where it was WWF, not the scratch emblem. Kane and Austin are the only two that held that title, and then they went to the black strap, and then they went to the scratched emblem. But I've got the Austin figure, and he has the blue one. Kane came with just the black one, Attitude Era title, which was fine. Now WWE just recently came out with it, but it says WWE on it. It doesn't say obviously WWF, which I still think is the dumbest thing ever.
Yeah. They fucking lost that lawsuit, dude.
Yep, I know. But the good thing is the one I just sent you, it says World Wrestling Federation on it, and I've seen nothing but good reviews from this belt maker. And I'm looking at it for myself and then presents for family members as well at some point. If I get the one I'm looking at getting, the blue one, and it's as good as I think it's going to be, yeah, because the one you want, I've got. I'm going to, since it's just us, let me full screen me here. Let me grab this.
I'm looking at it. I want it, man.
I wasn't version 2 Mankind. I love the original Mankind. Talking to the Rat Mankind. So when we went with the kind of the sweatpants and white shirt tie, it was funny, but he wasn't my favorite Mankind version. What
I like, dude, he's creepy when he debuted.
All the way.
Have you listened to his podcast?
I have not read. Sometimes I'll catch some of the stuff on Facebook. But yeah, I haven't really listened to any podcasts lately.
Foley's pod is legit, man. I took Jesse to the airport today, and so it's like an hour drive, and I was listening to the Kevin Nash show for a minute, and I was like, I really don't want to listen to Kevin Nash bitch about like modern politics and shit. So I turned on the Mick Foley show, and it's him talking about funny shit. So I've been enjoying Foley's pod. I do not like half the other crap that's out. Ooh, that is beautiful. Let me give you the full screen.
So yeah, there is and I'm not a big fan of all the signature belts. This is one of the ones I had to get, man. And my biggest complaint is the belt maker I sent you. This is cut out where the black and stuff. This is cut out. That's just painted. It actually is legitimately cut out in the one I sent you. But this is the WWE version, and it's not bad. This is the Mankind one. I it's, how big I am. This is a decent belt, but they don't. When you got a belly, it doesn't, it's flat as hell. Have a nice day. It's all done up the way it should be. Have a nice day. So it's just, like I said, this is the only version that I want of this belt because it was Mankind. I was like, okay, cool. I've got the Undertaker's belt. It looked great. That Kane belt, I am not a fan. And look, you haven't seen me. This is the most I have not cut my hair or shaved in like 3 months. I have literally on air just let it keep going and going and going. So yeah, when you called me Obi-Wan, geez, OP. And then that crappy show came out. And I'm like, I'm not that Obi-Wan.
Dude, that is for as bad as that show is.
Buddy. And yeah, as you see, it's on the big TV in the background. So
yeah.
And my computer screen. As you see with the NWO title. I mean, it's funny. I started picking up the figures. I got the Savage with the red and black wolf pack. We got Hogan, Hollywood Hogan with the black NWO title. I got Flair with the actual big gold belt. You know it, dude. It's just I'm a huge wrestling fan. I can't help it.
Well, you just sold one of those title belts from that company. Thanks for sending it my way, because that's what I want. I just want something that looks like the one from TV. That's it.
Yeah, bro. And they've got different versions. They've got economy sizes, and they're not. I've done a lot of research, bro, and that's who I'm going through to get the blue one. You'll see it on there. It's it's got the WWF. It's the blue title. To me, I've always wanted that, but I've seen the cheaper version. I've got the cheaper version of The Rock. I mean, we can do a Rock comparison here. I've been waiting to do some belt reviews. I just haven't really done them yet. But kind of working with Tony, because I kind of wanted to do it on Clown World Review, because that's where we do wrestling,
Yeah.
So yeah, but I've got 14 belts.
Jesus.
I got a few.
I got none.
Well, I always figured I was going to end up buying you one because you never buy yourself one back in the day when I was looking at trying to get a WCBL's belt created. Back when I was going to steal your, you didn't know this, but I talked with Nick. Sorry, Last Stand in Samoan. But yeah, I mean, it was one of those things. But like, you were the big Rock fan. Dion loved Austin. I loved them both, but I was a Taker fan. I've been a Taker fan since he debuted. But yeah, man, I don't know. We just, no matter what, we can find something to talk about, and wrestling is a go-to for a lot of us, and it works out.
Oh yeah.
Good. You being able to beat us so many WrestleManias, and the fact you're a huge fan too, man. Like, I haven't been to a wrestling event since when Paul Bear passed away. They had Raw in Indianapolis. I was there. I'd won tickets on the radio. So yeah, I was there for that, but I haven't been to an event since then. I want to say that was 2018, maybe 16, 18. You're not mad enough to bare knuckle box. You're not mad. There we go. Oh yeah. He exists. See, he's not just a painting. But yeah, that was my game plan. Like this year at Horror House, especially if Dion was going to make it after giving him all that crap from last year not making it, and then I didn't make it. We didn't have a table. It sucked. I think I'm just going to wait till you go up to Michigan next time, and we're just going to surprise you guys. You're going to end up being stuck with me and Draven and ETEP. We'll just stop by and say, hey. I don't think we've seen a strap match since Savio Vega, have we? That's I think the last one I remember, to be honest with you. Little Savio Vega. Yeah.
Am I coming in?
Yeah. Yep. I can hear you now.
All right. I had to switch microphones. I bought a nice, expensive microphone. This thing fucking sucks. It sits on a table all day, never gets touched, but it cuts out all the time. I have to use Jesse's other mic now. So
Gotcha.
Sounds-
I kept going, man. I just kept going. You know me, I'll ramble.
Oh, dude, the funny thing is I was actually talking to you like you could hear me because you said about showing up and stuff and everyone would be there as a surprise. I'm like, dude, more the merrier.
Oh, yeah. Well, I miss Dion. Look, I love Dion, too. And I keep telling him when you got a free day, and I know he doesn't have a free day, but,
Nah,
It's only
he's
a couple hours away.
Well, I found out off air on Thursday night that Nick is going to be in the area, and so he's like, "Hey, you're meeting me at 6:00 at the New Beverly Cemetery or the New Beverly Theater tomorrow." So he got me tickets. We're doing some like surprise movie screening for Halloween.
Nice. Well, ETUP's going to be in Vegas.
Oh, that's not this weekend. What weekend is that?
That's this week. He
That is
leaves,
this week. Okay.
Yeah, that's this week coming up. He leaves, I do believe, tomorrow for Vegas. So yeah, because I know he was going to try hitting you guys up too in case you guys could do a meetup or something. Because I know I can't say because I don't know, but I know he was trying to make a lot of plans to meet as many people as possible while there.
And the thing is, Vegas is only 4 hours from me.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I figured I'd take the advantage of while I got your ear. I'd let you know it is this upcoming week because he leaves. I know half of the schedule, but he leaves that Friday to come back home because that's when I was going to try to hit Vegas. Yeah, he leaves the 14th. So yeah.
So
14th, 15th.
I'm trying to think. Do you have any favorite strap matches?
I mean, like I was saying, the last one I really remember was like Savio Vega in Austin. Like that was a big one.
Well, there was somebody in the chat was telling us there's the Triple H Rock one from Fully Loaded, which I do like, but JBL Eddie Guerrero had a fun one. God, that was like almost 10 years ago at this point.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking because I mean, all the ones I can think of are old ones. Like they were talking Vader earlier, stuff like I remember those too, but I'm like, recently, no. Who I would like to see in a strap match? I mean, that would be that could be fun. I mean, I'd really like to see like Umas strapped to Cena and Cena just gets squished. I'm sorry, I said it, but it's true. It's true.
When John Cena left the I'm glad John Cena's gone. We'll just say it like that. I don't miss him.
I hated that belt. I'm biting my tongue because the explicitives that would roll off them normally is not going to on this show. I'm just saying, I was not a fan of the spinner belt.
No, me neither. It was okay as an album cover. I liked it as a toy with the action figure, but I thought once somebody like it works for John Cena because he's that kind of character. He's stupid and weird, but like you can't give that belt to Triple H or anybody else.
It was okay for the Miz because he turned the W upside down for the M. Like I was okay with that.
I liked Edge's where he turned it into the Rated R logo.
Yeah, that was. I will give you that. Now for a spinner belt, Edge's, yeah, I liked his more than Cena's. But overall, I just wasn't a big fan of the spinners. Not even the U.S. spinner. Like I was like, what is it with the spinners, man? I wasn't a fan of those. I mean, I wasn't really a big Universal Champ fan either, even though I know Lesnar and Brock and Eddie and all them had that belt. I had that belt, and I got it from WWE, and it was damaged when I got it. And even after looking at it, like the Rock's title, I like a lot better than that Universal title. And this new WW crap title, I don't like either. I respect the side plate idea so you could make it whatever person you want to. But I'm an old Winged Eagle fan. I still think that's one of that and the big gold belt from WCW are two of my favorite belts. Yeah, see, I love that one. The Rated R one, respect. Cena's, not so much.
No, the chat's like, why was this a thing? You got to remember, folks, back in 2005 when the spinner belt debuted, spinner rims on cars were like a cool thing. People used to want that on everything. Oh, spinner rims, spinner rims. It was just, it played into the zeitgeist at the time, but like the spinner rims, the title belt does not age well.
No, keep in mind, remember, he was the Thugonomics at that time. So spinner belts and spinner rims were spot on, man.
Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah, fuck that spinner belt from the U.S. titles from 2004. So, I mean, we're going back even farther.
Yeah. See, you didn't expect that now, did you?
No, I haven't thought about the fucking spinner belt in a minute.
Until I brought it up.
Do you remember that T-shirt that they used to have that was essentially the spinner belt, and then it just said "the champ is here" on it? It was like the ugliest fucking T-shirt ever.
Oh yeah, yep. I mean, I get it. Like again, respect for what John did in the ring and for the special need kids and stuff. Like, I will give him respect for that. And I'm not taking it out of the WWF universe I call it WWF for the people that don't understand. WWE was WWF and will always be WWF to me. As for a wrestler, like, he was okay for a bit, but I just couldn't see a decade with him. Like, there's only so much. It's like having the Bulldog not be the Bulldog, or trying to change the British Bulldog into something. You can only repackage Davy Boy so many times in so many ways, brother. You know,
Yeah.
So, and I felt like that was,
doesn't work.
Thugonomics worked, and then he went to the whatever John Cena, and that worked. But I wasn't really watching wrestling much then. You know,
I was watching it, but
go ahead.
I was watching it regularly back then, and Cena was fine back then, but I was more of a Randy Orton fan.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, or the Miz. Like, I loved the fact that the Miz like just came out of nowhere.
Hey, Ohio represent.
Yeah, right. I mean, and again, I've never met him, but look, here's how I see the Miz. Like, I didn't know about the real world stuff and all that. I just saw him when he came into the wrestling. And then when I saw his wife, I'm like, so a dude from Ohio, like, caught that. I'm like, okay, bravo, mate. Like, checkmate. Good job, dude. And the two of them look good together. Like, they're a cute couple, in my opinion. Kind of like you and Jess. You guys are a cute couple. And so was the Miz, and his wife. And I'm like, okay. Till they put her in the ring and she had the F me Teddy on. And I'm like, okay, that does not belong in the ring.
I met them together at a bar years ago. My buddy Dustin and I were out in Arizona for WrestleMania, and we were seeing Fozzy perform. And it was at this little bar, and we had met this woman at Hot Topic earlier in the day. She was the manager, and we were at Hot Topic getting Chris Jericho's autograph. And out of the blue, she's like, I get a good vibe from you guys. Do you need a ride home? And so we're like, yeah, we could use a ride. So she drives us to our hotel out in the middle of nowhere, because she's like, I live in the other direction, but I don't mind helping out a nice stranger. And so she's like, hey, do you guys want to go to see Fozzy tonight? Me and my boyfriend will pick you up and take you. So they pick us up, and we go to this bar, and, we're having a couple beers, hanging out. It's a great time. And all of a sudden, the wrestlers start rolling in. Crime Time. At least Shad was there. I don't know if JTG was still around, but Shad was there. The Miz and Maurice, a handful of other wrestlers were all out to see Jericho play. And they were cool. Like, they were just talking to everybody. If you went up and nodded or whatever, everyone was cool. So I got to see them together once, and it was nice. I like the Miz.
Yeah, again, I'm a big fan, dude. I other than his wrestling, like, I didn't know much about him other than when he debuted, and I found out the stuff afterwards. And I don't know, he just kind of, him and Heath Slater, the behind the scenes stuff like that you would catch on the network was just really cool to see. And again, he was entertaining. He's just so entertaining, whether you like him or not. The Miz is entertaining.
Yeah. At least Karrion Kross isn't wearing his Road Warrior outfit anymore, or whatever the fuck he was wearing, Mad Max gear.
Yeah. Did he even hit his head? I mean, that kind of was not a good DDT.
Now I'm just watching.
If I had a strap match like that, I don't know about you, but I would just wrap it around her neck and then throw him over the rope and just choke the shit out of him.
If I could do it like that, I would do it like that. I don't want to get a fucking strap all the time. McIntyre's in a weird place. He's in the place, and I'm not comparing him in terms of popularity or impact, but Drew McIntyre feels like The Rock in mid-1999, where it's like he was the champion and main evented WrestleMania and stuff in the past, but they don't know what they're doing yet. So he's like, this is like Drew McIntyre, or this is like The Rock versus the British Bulldog in a strap match all those years ago. It feels like this is just like a step for Drew McIntyre to get back into the title picture.
Except for today, it was to show off her boobs and him to get sprayed in the face with mace.
I mean, I'm cool with the first part of that.
Yeah. I'm not going to say no. But again, so we go through all that match, and this is the ending. He gets sprayed in the face with basically mace and gets beat. Really?
Wow. Thanks, Vince. Did you come back? What a
and if this is Triple H's idea, you're an idiot.
Only way I wouldn't be pissed is if this is to prolong the feud.
Yes. That would be okay if we're going to keep the. But I'm so leery because when is the last time we've had a good feud? A real good feud.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly can't think of anything in quite a while. The newest product bit that I've been liking really is in NXT with Braun Breaker, which is, Rick Steiner's son.
Yeah, he's legit.
Yep. Like, I've enjoyed him. I've got an NXT title. It's actually kind of a sharp looking belt for as kind of generic as it is, but it's not overly gaudy. And it's just not a spinner belt or some of the other dumb shit they've came out with. Sorry, it's just true. It's pretty simple though, And Braun, when he won both titles, the NXT European title and the heavyweight, they did the title versus title, which of course reminded me of, Warrior and Hogan, and back in the old days. And to watch that was actually a really good pay-per-view in the UK. Now to see what they do with him, we'll see. And it was kind of weird to not call him, Braun, the striker part, I guess, was because of the football he had said, but it was really weird that they didn't go with Steiner. I respect the kid for wanting to build his own career, though, and not be off his uncle and dad. But it is kind of weird, It's like, we know who you are, dude.
There's Edge. God, he looks so young back then.
Oh, yeah.
Where does Edge fall for you in terms of a favorite?
Edge, right there. That I really loved him during the Brood. When we had like the TLC matches with him and whatnot. I loved RK, him and Randy Orton together.
Yeah.
When I always kind of looked at Edge. He reminded me a lot of RVD and Shawn Michaels, but he had his own spin to it. Like legit a cool. And then when the whole Matt Hardy thing in him, like when the truth came out that was real life, I didn't really focus on that. I focused on the entertainment side, and those guys could still work. So he stole old boy's girlfriend and was banging her. And those two dudes had some pretty good matches after all that happened. That says something about the kind of wrestler Edge is, in my opinion, and Matt.
Yeah.
They put the business over their own personal bullshit.
I was listening to a story about Vince McMahon going in and telling them basically put their shit aside because they got to be professionals about it.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, Vince, it's nice to hear a Vince McMahon story that makes me chuckle every once in a while, not like a groaner.
And not cringe. Yeah.
That's all I'll say.
Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just like, oh, Vince. That's what I was saying. I was like, that's all.
Yeah. Well, what if we do this? No, that's not what's in the plan. You're fired.
He hasn't been fun to watch on TV in such a long time.
Dude, that last stunner that Austin dropped on him was horrible.
Bro, I was there. I was embarrassed.
I know you were. You got to see it in person. I had to watch it on the TV, and it was horrible on the TV, so I can only imagine how bad it was for you.
I feel bad because you had to listen to Michael Cole.
This is true. I don't like Michael Cole.
I used to love Michael Cole, but not anymore.
Yeah, not anymore. Like back in the day, dude, the Coach. I loved when the Coach was on SmackDown.
Same. I thought they were, how do I say it? I thought they were great in their own way, and they had I think they worked well because of who played off of them. Coach and I guess JR would have been Coach's every once in a while guy, right? Because the King was gone for a minute.
Yeah. Yep.
Michael Cole worked great with JBL and Taz. I didn't like Michael Cole with Jerry, I like him with Jerry Lawler too, but I hate him with JR or anybody else. It just doesn't work as well.
Well, I mean, that's just it. Like, I miss Monsoon and Heenan. Like, to me, that was, but with Jesse the Body too. Like, Jesse the Body Ventura with Gorilla Monsoon or Bobby the Brain Heenan and Gorilla Monsoon. Anything to get Vince off the damn mic. I never really enjoyed Vince as a commentator. Like, even in the 70s, I just didn't care for him as a commentator.
What a maneuver! He was the worst.
Now it's not, hey, look, it's a sharpshooter.
God.
Look at that sharpshooter.
Fucking Vince. I love when the Montreal Screwjob took place and he got punched in the face and spit on by Bret Hart.
Oh, yeah. The one thing I always laughed about the champ there was when her hair was so long and you'd see where people accidentally did step on it. Like she'd go to move and or she'd be standing on her hair. And you notice she cut her hair shorter, right? I mean, it's still long, but it used to be way longer. I think she got tired of getting stepped on.
So have you, now I know you said you skipped 2K19, but have you ever seen the original footage of her from that game?
Yes.
Where they didn't program it right and her hair didn't work?
Yep.
It's so awesome. I wish they would have left it in.
Sometimes it's those, you know, when you can catch the videos of that stuff. That's what I remember watching. And it was hilarious. And then they fix it. And you're like, could you unfix it, please? It was better the way it was originally.
So now we're in our second title match. Yay. I do like Gigi Dolan. Everybody knows why. Oh, wait, that's not her. Sorry. I'm thinking of the other Toxic Attraction team.
Yes. Yes, you are.
I mean, can you blame me?
I'm all right with Bailey. I've watched her go from face to heel, and I've enjoyed it. Plus, she's got that bang. So
yeah, that for sure.
Yep.
I like Bailey enough. I respect her as a wrestler. I just don't like that comedy gimmick she was going for when she was just laughing at everything.
Yeah.
It just wasn't funny to me.
Overall, though, when I've watched her wrestle, like a lot of these ladies, I've paid more attention to it. And sometimes you'll get some that do dumb shit that for no reason. But for me, I haven't really seen her. I don't know. It's always looked legit. Her wrestling's look good.
Oh, the good old contract signings.
Oh, yeah.
My favorite one is still Triple H and Batista. No, my favorite one is Triple H and Stone Cold, where Vince is like, it's the lead up to No Way Out 2001, and Vince goes, you're going to sign this contract, and once you sign the contract, if any of you provokes the other ones, you're fired. And so Stone Cold signs the contract, Triple H signs the contract, and then Triple H beats the shit out of Stone Cold, and Vince goes, Triple H, you're fired. And then Triple H goes, nuh-uh, Vince, I didn't sign the contract. And he shows he only signed one of the 3 H's.
Damn right.
That was my favorite one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this is a ladder match? Holy shit. This isn't going to be as good as I hope.
I think we're in for a treat, though, with these two. I think they can pull off a good ladder match.
So,
we'll see.
Dude, I hope we will. Now, I'm drinking a lot like a tall boy. So I've had a couple tall boys now, and I'm starting to feel it a little. So hopefully this ladder match entertains me now that the edge has been taken off. Thanks, folks. We've been having a good night. Thank you for joining us here on WCBS for another wrestling stream. Join us Tuesday. We have the High Council with Literature Devil, UCast, Fatal J, and more. So join me then. Join me the following week. I have Echo Base Network lined up. And then I guess on Saturday night, or was it Friday night, the boys and I are getting together for a live drunk commentary of the new Halloween Kills. So be prepared. It's going to be hopefully better than the last one where Evil died 47 times.
You mean the last one that you fell asleep during?
Wait, Halloween Kills?
Yeah, because wasn't that was in India you guys saw that and you kept falling asleep, wasn't it?
Oh, no. Halloween Kills came out last year. The one that came out in Indy was It Chapter 2.
All right, you're right. Okay, my bad. I knew there was okay, yeah.
Oh, no, you're good, dude. Ooh, Nikita Lyons. All right. I like her. She might be my favorite female wrestler today. I want her to... Oh, never mind. I like Michael Myers. He's my favorite slasher. I just hope that this new one is better than... They just don't get it anymore, man. It's like they're too serious, and they like overblow the importance of Michael Myers and Laurie. They turn it into something big. They're trying to turn it into Star Wars, essentially. A big epic saga, and it doesn't work.
No. Well, unfortunately, right? Like, entertainment's kind of been downhill for a while. It's been a minute, so I try not to be too excited about anything. I do feel really good though because I did like the Doctor Strange 2 movie because I'm like, well, they've already messed everything up. And if this is where we go from here, I'm okay with it. And I got some hate in the group, yo. Like, I wasn't expecting the hate I got. And then
I got
you went
so much
live on the
fucking hate.
show and said everything you said. And I started laughing because I'm like, I posted this stuff hours ago. And Jeff's just basically repeating some of the stuff I even said. I'm like, this is great. And I know you hadn't seen it, so I'm just laughing about it. But I'm like, it's like you got to take the good with the bad sometimes, people. Come on.
I think Doctor Strange is a movie where people are looking to hate it, and certain people want to continue. Put like this: I think there are certain people out there that want everyone to hate every Marvel movie, and if you go against that, then they're like want people to come talk shit, and because it's like, look it. Not everything from Marvel is good anymore. It hasn't been good in a long time. But not everything from Marvel's bullshit. Thor sucked dick. If anybody wants to come at me and say, well, Thor's great. No, go fuck yourself. Thor Love and Thunder was dog shit. I hate Taika Waititi's take on Thor. Like, there is terrible Marvel out there, but I didn't think Doctor Strange was it, man. I thought if you're a Sam Raimi fan, and like tonight, I'm going to turn on Army of Darkness. I got the new 4K disc. That's what my night's going to be. Like, I love Sam Raimi movies. If you don't like Sam Raimi movies, that movie is not for you.
No.
Oh, but they did this and they did that. Have you never seen a Sam Raimi film? It's literally like its greatest hits on screen.
You said it best. They let Raimi be Raimi, and I was surprised. Yeah, dude. I like if you just go based off of the first movie to the second movie and you take out all the other stuff, they fit together. I was fine with it.
I got to go back and watch Doctor Strange 1. It was a movie that I enjoyed when it was new. I saw it once in theaters, a couple times on home video. I don't own it, but I like it. This one, man, it was just a nice experience for me. It looked like a comic book brought to life on screen. There's so many things that people want to say, oh, it's just like the book. It's just like the book. So much of this modern Marvel shit is not anything like the book. So when they do something classic, like a 70s Doctor Strange story on screen, I'm involved, or I'm in there. The music was awesome. Danny Elfman delivered. I have no apologies for that. And if people need to unsubscribe or get so offended, I don't fucking care. The MCU and all these other buzzwords that people want to use to talk about Marvel, cool, come at it, have at it. But I don't have time for bullshit like She-Hulk and any of these TV shows. And I always call it like I see it. And if people can't handle that, then tough shit. Like, people have differing opinions. I fucking hate Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man. And I don't think that just because he came back for Star Wars or Spider-Man Homecoming or whatever the last one was, should he come back for a third movie? Like,
no.
Like I got my own opinions and I stick with them. I don't go with the flow to try to ingratiate myself with an audience. And I think that's what's worked for us. I know that's what's worked for us. And I don't care if people get upset
because you're not putting on a show. You're not trying to just get super chats and money. Your heart's on your sleeve. You're telling people how you feel. Look, we have, and I made sure I touched base with Nick because I hadn't really got to talk with you. And afterwards, if we got time, we can. But the thing was, like I told him, we have made comments about people that say, oh, we'll watch it so that you don't have to. The exception was you, because you guys had done that from the start, because you go, okay, this is what we saw the movie. Here's our opinions. Now, if you want to go see it, go see it. You guys started that.
Oh, I know.
And so when we were saying that, it wasn't a shot at you, because I'm like, the only person I listen to when it goes to about movies was you guys. The day you went to go see the last Star Wars movie, I sat here and read Stealing Solo cover to cover. Like, legitimately read the entire book. And then I was the first son of a bitch to give you a phone call to help Dion find his phone. And again, that was funny. But again, that wasn't favoritism. I just got through, by the way, people, for all of you. That wasn't like, oh, I've got Jeff's personal number, because I don't. I have said it numerous times. I don't have Jeff's number because I don't feel I need it.
You could have it if you wanted
he
to.
always responds when he has time. So and that's good enough for me. If I really need to get a hold of him, I got the other guys. I get a hold of them too. I've got a couple guys' numbers. Never once have I called Nick. I've always messaged him. It's just that respect thing. And you guys all have my numbers, but that's just so that if something happens and you need to call, you can. You know where I'm located. You know how much I love helping out, and I'm not part of the second floor crew or the road crew for no reason.
Hell yeah, you're the leader of that
WCBS. And I started off in the chat. I was a fan, and now I am, behind the scenes a part of WCBS as much as I can be when I'm able to. And it's one of the best parts of the second half of my life. I was a dad. I raised my kids. I've done all that stuff. that shtick is over, if you will. I'm a grandpa now. So, that's just it. I'm a grandpa, and what I do here is just stuff so that my granddaughter can come back, and when I'm gone and see the stuff. I check on my YouTube every show I'm on for my grandkids so they can see grandpa when he's gone. Like, it's legitimately there. My daughter knows where it's at. It's like, here's what your dad did. This is my legacy right here. So yeah, love me, hate me, indifferent, same, doesn't matter to me. I'm just me. If you like it, great. If you don't, and I'm not your cup of tea, that's all right.
Well, you're the super fan for a reason, buddy. So you know where I stand with you.
Oh yeah, well, I'm sure Vinny's talked about me to you. So yeah, I blew that poor guy's mind. Giggity.
Vinny's hilarious. We'll shoot the shit every once in a while. The funny thing is, like, I called him to ask him a question about something, and then we got to talking, and it was like 3 hours phone call.
He told me about that. He and I did a stream, and we got off the stream, and we hung out afterwards, and we're shooting the shit for a bit. He's like, "Yeah, I was, me and Jeff, we just went to talk for a few minutes, and 3 hours later, we're still going." I go, "That's Jeff. He's so easy to talk." And he goes, "Yeah." And I told him, I was like, "Vinny, I'd mentioned you, to Jeff, a while back at Horror Hound," and DJD was like, "Yeah, Vinny's a good dude, Adam. You're all right." I'm like, "Okay, D, thank you." And again, it was just, when you find those people, as you have done with this channel, and I myself have been blessed with a lot of the people I've met. It's all been pretty much positive. There's really not been a lot of negativity at all with the great people we've met, and I'm proud of that.
Me too, man.
Good. I told you from day one, it was refreshing to meet somebody younger with their head on their shoulders. And that was you, and I don't need to toot anything else, but it's just you and Dion and Nick and Kendo become family to me. I didn't want to get up in the morning, take my kids to school, but did I miss one good morning pop culture? Hell no. I sent you videos of me setting up 4 TVs so all the dogs could watch you, for F's sake.
I remember, man.
Yeah, brother. So, I mean, like, when you said super fan, people don't know this, but it's like, it wasn't because of all the books I bought. Like, I was super fan before I bought one book.
Hell yeah, you were.
So, and I've had to kind of explain a lot of stuff to people because of a lot of the craziness on YouTube. I'm like, if you go back, you'll see I was just a guy in the chat. You know what Jeff did? He messed up and said hi to me. That's it. That's all he did. He went through the chat because I didn't, for the longest time, I didn't even know what a super chat was. Because remember, I was on a smart TV and a PlayStation 3. There was no chat on those. So, yeah, and then when I got my tablet fixed and there was that little lovely button that said live chat, and I found out what a hunky chunky funky monkey was and all the wonderful people I got to meet. And every morning for 2 years at least, pretty much till you moved. So you did Good Morning Pop Culture. I was there. Brandon Moist was there.
Hell yeah.
Jez Oldfield was there. Hunky Chunky Funky Monkey. Hound 3000. I could keep going on. I don't need to, but yeah, it's just, we found you. We all bonded, became good friends. Became more than just acquaintances, and But I understand you way more. I've been lucky enough and blessed, and way better than this match. So
yeah, I'm looking at
do it right.
I'm looking at
Bianca Barbie stuff.
Look, I'm looking at Bianca Belair. She looks good. I like her look. I like whatever she's wearing, but it's hard. I'm gonna check in with the chat real quick because we had a lot of people here. So let's see. Shout out to Coco Butta D, just because you have a cool screen name. But let's see, where are we at? I'm gonna get to yours, Darian 2 and 7 in just a minute. I think Donkeysaurus Rex said something I wanted to address. That's why I'm taking a quick second. Yeah, how many people just want to hate on everything, sight unseen, and still hate it? Well, Donkeysaurus Rex, it's because it's easy to make money that way. They don't care. It's just like Superfan Adam Shawhan said. It's just that. I like Marvel. I want to be a comic book artist. I am a comic book artist. I saw the first Spider-Man movie. I told myself I wanted to do that, and drew and still draw, still sell products. Titsandart.com. Check it out. But I care about this stuff. And when I hate something so much, I just can't talk about it. Like She-Hulk. Go listen to the show. What do we say? Dion, there's your She-Hulk review. Good night. Goodbye. What do you want me to do? Bitch about and the funny thing I found out too is people get mad if I'm not ripping apart Andor. I'm like, it's boring, but it's fine. Nothing's happened yet. When it gets bad, I'll be the first person to say it, but it's just building towards something, I guess. but it hasn't been heinous. Like, you want me to talk about shit I hate? That new show from FX. Let me tell you which one that was. Do you watch a lot of TV, Superfan?
Nah, bro. I remember I dropped cable in 2015, and then I found you, and I never went back.
Well, there's this new streaming show on Hulu. It's like the girl is a demon and her dad is Danny DeVito.
Okay.
It is one of the worst fucking television shows I have ever seen in my life. Jesse and I watched one episode. She was into it and she was like cracking up in a whole shit. And she's like, what do you think of it? And I'm just like, I don't like this show at all. And then, like, I didn't want to sit and rain on her parade, but it's probably, what the fuck is it called? I can't even find the name of it. Cause I can't type in Satan because that's not it. It's just fucking terrible. Like, if you want me to rip on something, I will rip on Little Demon. I will rip on that. That is the worst cartoon I've watched in 10 years. Like, if you want to hear some hyperbole, that fucking show is shit. I hate it. I wish it didn't exist. But either way, there you go. I'm angry. Darian217, thank you very much for all your generous super chats this evening. He says, going to Survivor Series War Games next month. Lucky. No super chats for me that night. Don't worry about it. He says, hoping Bailey's group plus Sasha and Naomi versus Bianca, Asuka, Alexa Bliss, and 2 more. War Games is always my favorite WCW pay-per-view growing up in the 90s. Darian, I would go over to my uncle T-Bird's house. Yes, that's his name. And they would rent WCW tapes. Now, this was before I was into wrestling like I am now, but I would watch the old World War III with the 3 rings and all, or not War Games with the 3 rings and all that stuff. Like, anyway, I've seen all this stuff. So I know what you're talking about. Would love to see that come back. I think I'm turned off of Sasha Banks to like ever come back. I'm not like bitter. I don't know her. I don't think she owes anybody anything. I just never liked the gimmick, and the greener pastures are Hollywood for her. So let her go off and do her Hollywood thing, get her Star Wars money. Yeah. I'm not going to buy her action figures, but I don't have to see her on my TV anymore. So that's cool. But
I mean, when she was on, she was okay as a wrestler. I didn't have a problem with her as one of the female wrestlers back when she was doing it. But then, like, when she went and did Mando and whatnot, I didn't think she did a bad part in Mandalorian, personally.
No, she's fine there.
Yeah, I thought she was fine. And, I mean, let's face it, what is wrestling other than acting, right? So she can build a career and go. I think CM Punk needs to do the same thing. CM Punk was awesome in heels, but he just needs to retire and not be in wrestling. The dude gets the belt and he's injured. You know, it's like he's got the belt twice and both times has been injured. It's like, you need to retire, pal.
Agreed.
You know,
so
that elbow drop she did look pretty harsh. I didn't want to interrupt, but when she did that elbow drop, it looked like she didn't land right.
Bro, always cut in, man. We're here for the wrestling. You know,
no, you were talking, but yeah, no, but yeah, it was just a minute back. But are we gonna get some? Is she gonna Rey Mysterio? Nope. Remember when Ray was bust people open accidentally?
Yeah, remember when he killed that guy by mistake?
Yep.
Okay. So Bailey's got this.
I really hope Bailey doesn't win. I like Bailey, but yeah, I like Bianca too, dude. I've enjoyed her energy, dude.
Whose energy? Bailey's?
No. I like Bailey as a wrestler, but Bianca, I like Bianca's energy.
Same. She's like a white meat baby face, but in a way that no woman wrestler's ever been, and I like it.
I just love her perkiness and her just, I don't know, dude. It's just whether it's the gimmick or it's just her coming through the gimmick. I've enjoyed what I've seen from her. I have no complaints.
Same. I'm always happy when, let me rephrase. I'm not always happy when she wins, but overall I'm happy with the way she's been booked since I've been watching her.
Yeah.
And I'm never mad when Bianca Belair's in a title match or wins the belt or something. She's never I can't even say she's not a draw. I don't know. I like her enough. What up, Kendo?
What's up, buddy?
Hello.
So you haven't missed too much, man. Just some good conversation, but this show's been okay.
Sounds about right.
Hey, this reminds me of when we watched Solo, if you want me to be honest with you. It's been a minute since that day. But yeah. We all forgot we were even watching the movie because we were talking so much, having fun. Oh.
I'm just trying not to. I don't know, man. Maybe we were spoiled back in the Attitude Era, but like, don't do a ladder match. Fuck, it's not even the Attitude Era, man. If you can't, I'm trying to think of what is the baseline ladder match, because I don't want to say if you can't do what Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon does, you shouldn't do it, because that's Shawn Michaels. It's not fair. But like,
well, I mean, we had the Attitude Era where it was okay. These girls, they're not. I mean, we don't want them to get hurt, right? Let's be honest. We don't want anybody to get hurt. So they got to do it safely. And I don't care, dude. I don't care if Kendall gets slammed on a ladder, you do, or Jesse does. It's gonna hurt. Like, we all know this. Like, these people are in pain afterwards.
Dude, so, have you ever talked to Jesse about wrestling?
No, I have not. To be honest,
she fucking likes it. She watches this shit with me religiously. She keeps up on it the same way I do. She's like, "Oh, did you see about whatever? Like MJF showed up at some birthday party and stuff." Like, she's up on all this crap. So it's that's her dude.
She's kind of like Angelus Draven for us in AEW. Like, he's the AEW guru. I kind of been doing the NXT thing, and then we all just come together and have great streams. No, I did not. I mean, other than the fact, I met her at Horror Hound and I got to spend that little bit of time with you guys. And like, she's a great lady. I had so much fun with her. And I talked with Etep prior because he had met her at Loudy's wedding. And I said, I'm kind of scared to meet her because I've only seen her on air, but she just seems so awesome. And he's like, dude, you're going to love her. He's like, she is. She's everything you're thinking and then some. And then when I got to meet her, and then she put on the fedora, and then I was like, okay, I got to touch the hair. And she's like, oh, go for it. And I mean, just being Jesse, right? And I got that little bit of time with you guys, and it was great. And I mean, that was an epic weekend. Was
that Horror Hound last year?
Yeah. When I
there she is.
Book to be the 14-time backer of Stealing Solo, and I gave the book to Jason Mewes. Yes, sir. Yeah.
We flew back with him from that convention, and then Jesse ran into him a couple times at the airport, to the point where he kind of like, he just looks at her for a second, like trying to figure out if he knows her. So we've run into him that many times. Eventually she'll see him to the point where she's just like, oh, hey, Jay. And he'll be like, oh, hey, you. And that'll be it.
I was a fan. Like I said, I got to play Fortnite with him once. That was kind of cool. And then when I went, I got to talk with him a little bit, but because he knew about, as it said, I Heart Wiener, because he knew about Frank being a wiener dog. Because I did the same thing I did to you guys. Like, he was talking, my Twitch was about, it was Frank and a picture of him. So as he's talking to Frank all the time, I said, by the way, my name's Adam and Frank is my wiener dog. And I sent him a picture of it and he died laughing. So a year later, when I actually gave him the book, he remembered who I was when I was like, Frank and the Clan. And he goes, yeah, Frank and the Clan. And I was like, the guy with the wiener dog. And I'm like, yes. So when I brought the shirts from Jersey to have signed from the Quick Stop by him and Dante and Randall, he signed the shirts and talked with me and whatnot. And I didn't talk a whole bunch with him. I talked a little bit, but I really talked with Jeff Anderson and Brian O'Hala. Like, I sat there talking with them, and Proper was there, and Proper goes, Justin, I guess we can call him Justin now. But he goes, I think I learned more about you than I've known in the last few years of us streaming with the time that I just spent with you talking to those guys. I was like, did you film it? And he goes, no, I guess I should have, huh? I go, well, you could have. I go, but you got to witness it again. This is one of those things as we're witnessing this here, yay. Retaining the championship.
Come on.
Yeah.
Hey, Kendo, what's your favorite ladder match?
Probably, I guess, Razor Shawn, because I mean that was the benchmark.
Yeah, that's a great match. I have nothing negative to say. Shawn Michaels is she's my fourth favorite wrestler, so I love Shawn Michaels. But I gotta go TLC 2. That match was just fucking balls to the wall.
I see that I didn't miss anything. Ronda got her belt back, and Drew McIntyre lost.
Well, dude, the way Ronda won, she had a broken table piece, and she choked out Liv Morgan between her legs and her ass in the table piece.
Nice.
Although I
by the
didn't
way,
understand the boob thong stuff that she was wearing. Like some of the outfits that Ronda's been wearing lately doesn't make a lot of sense.
I thought her shit was about to pop out at any second because like the bottom of the boobs hanging out and the top of the boobs out, but they're still fully covered. And I'm just like, all right, I don't know what you're wearing, but that's cool. So Clone Geek asks, did I see the new Indiana Jones figures they're going to release? Yes, Clone Geek, I did. I don't like what Disney has done with Star Wars, but I like Indiana Jones. And people go, but Jeff, what did you think Disney did to the fourth one? They didn't own it back then. That's all George Lucas and Steven Spielberg. So I like what I saw from Indiana Jones. Am I going to get an Indiana Jones hot toy in 2023? Fucking right I am. I'm not going to act like I'm not going to, because my love of Indiana Jones supersedes what anybody on the internet wants me to yell about some fucked up movie. You know what? If the movie's shit, it'll be shit. I don't have any faith in it. I don't like that it's being made. But if you make an Indiana Jones doll based off Raiders of the Lost Ark, I'm going to buy it again. I don't care. Like, I'm not going to act like I'm so angry at the company to just say, fuck it.
Yeah. Vinny did a review of the one that he got, and it was pretty sharp. And what, am I not supposed to buy it because of the new movie? You know, I mean, not that it had anything to do with that, but I think people need to let the hate go, man. I mean, between the fear of 2020 and the hatred that's just running rampant lately, I think that's really what's wrong with everything. And that's just my personal opinion. But
I don't disagree.
They need to do a Vince McMahon and step back.
Sure.
Take a minute and kind of refigure and calculate, because a lot of the stuff you're yelling about really isn't that important. We've had crappy movies before, just not to this level. But it just goes a totally different way nowadays. It's, you know, and again, this is one of the things I love. I could turn around and tell you, okay, I am a huge Spider-Man fan, as you know, Jeff, but I did not enjoy this last Spider-Man movie. There were bits and pieces of it that I liked, but I can say that about every single Spider-Man movie. I was not an Andrew Garfunkel fan, you know, at all. He was not a good Peter Parker. He was an okay Spider-Man. Toby was a really good Peter and a really good Spider-Man. And Tom, I was tired of the kid Spider-Man. You know, I grew up in the 70s. I'm used to Spider-Man being in college. I will say that if we take Tom Holland from where we left him and we continue on with the Spider-Verse and he ends up being the Spider-Man that sacrifices his life, I'd be okay with that. Because that's kind of how the figure is now, right? Nobody knows who he is.
Well, yeah, they reset everything. I liked No Way Home enough to own it and watch it again, but it is not my favorite Spider-Man movie, and it's the only Tom Holland one I paid money to own. I think Homecoming sucks ass, and I didn't like Far From Home that much.
Yep. My biggest complaint was I'd had an argument with someone, and they were like, well, why didn't Doctor Strange just get the book at the beginning? And then they pull that bull ass on me. And I'm like, okay, well, then why didn't Peter just like wish him back at the beginning? And then, you know, hot ass Aunt May would still be alive.
Hey, you know what, Adam, you know what we're going to do is we're going to start anytime anyone says, well, why didn't this character do this? Here's my answer. Why didn't Han Solo shoot Darth Vader instead of the stormtrooper or the TIE fighter pilot next to him, prevent him from getting frozen in carbonite? You know what I'm saying? Like, just because we can ask these questions doesn't mean it's always valid. Like, these movies are mostly shit. I'm not going to act like most movies today are great and we're just trying to act like they're not. A lot of them are crap. I saw Beast with Idris Elba. That movie was fucking stupid. I wish I didn't have to pay the 50 cents I paid to see it. But then there's movies like Bullet Train that kick ass. The Black Phone kicked ass. There are movies out. Top Gun kicked ass. Like, there are movies out there this year that are fucking good. You know, we're through everything's not shit. But most things are shit. There's about 20% good out there, and if you look for it, you could be pretty happy.
Oh, yeah.
So, DX is reuniting this week on Monday Night Raw. I don't think that's right without Billy Gunn.
No.
Like, fucking call him up. Swallow your pride, Triple H. You're in charge. Ask your wife if you have to, but get Billy Gunn on here. It ain't cross promotion for AEW. Like, it's DX's celebration. You need China, you need Rick Rude, and you need Billy Gunn, and two of those three are dead. So get the one guy that's still alive.
Yep.
Yeah,
sorry,
Darren.
if we're talking DX, baby, you got to bring them all. You can't.
Yeah.
You can't not.
I don't like the new United States Championship belt. That thing's fucking ugly.
Yeah, that's kind of dumb.
Belt either.
No, that one's awful too.
Yeah. All right. How do you guys feel about Bobby Lashley? I like him, and I'm pretty cool with him like being the top of the mid card, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that works.
My problem with Lashley is they put the belt on him and they took it off him too quick for Brock, and that pissed me off. I like Bobby. I've liked Bobby since when he came the first time around, but I also had friends that served with him, and he's a good guy. Deep down inside, real good soldier, real good human being, like you, Jeff. And
wait,
so I was a fan of him because of that. But I really felt that whole when they put the belt to give it to Lesnar and all that because he got hurt in the cage or the elimination chamber or whatever. If that was a work, that kind of pissed me off because I was happy to see Lashley with the belt. I like him as a champ.
Same. I'm jumping since Edge is on screen. How did you guys feel about Edge's initial retirement? Kendo, back in 2011, what were your thoughts?
I wasn't watching back then, so I didn't know.
Oh, okay. Superfan Adam Shawhan, what about you, man?
It was one of those because we knew the injury, like it wasn't kayfabe. We knew it was real. It was saddening because he was a great athlete. Like again, we were talking about him earlier when Kendo was gone. I always enjoyed him. He was a little bit RVD, a little bit Shawn Michaels, a little bit, just, again, him and Randy together, I think was some of the best times, and then you go back to even TLC matches and stuff. Like for me, the TLC with the Dudleys and Edge and Christian and the Hardys is just, that's gold.
Yeah, I didn't read the match card before this pay-per-view. This is finally something I care about. I love Edge. He's one of my all-time favorites. I like Damian Priest. I like Rhea Ripley for other reasons. And I like Finn Balor quite a bit. I think he's a legit wrestler. He's not my favorite, but I like him. And so I'm on board with this one.
I liked Edge as the heel. I think they should have let this play longer. I'm enjoying, again, we did mention rivalries a little bit back. So, yeah, we've got a kind of a decent rivalry here, but it's only going to go so far. Is he going to end up taking it back, or is he just finally going to beat it and then it goes away? So it's going to be the conclusion of this rivalry will be interesting. But I really was digging him as a heel. When he first came out with this faction, I got excited. And again, then they got rid of it. And I'm like, you guys are messing up. Like, again, we're not having rivalries that last 6 months or a year. It's like you're barely making it through to the pay-per-view, and then the rivalries seem to be over.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's because I'm an older wrestling fan, and that's, just because I like stories, though. Again, that's what's missing to me, the stories.
Kendo, that was the best tweet you've ever sent. Here, I'll read it on air. From WWE Creative Humor. Edge and Finn Balor will try to force one another to say what most of AEW roster is willing to say. I quit.
Mm-hmm.
That was a fun. I'm going to retweet that one out. God, Edge is definitely one of those wrestlers that it's like, oh yeah, when I was a kid, I liked him and I still like him. It's kind of the childhood connection. Cause look, 90% of the roster is not, it's newer and as it should be cyclical. Wrestling doesn't need to be full of 60-year-old guys, but it is nice that there are still people that I watched as a kid that are still around. I think once everybody that's gone from my childhood, I won't quit, but it'll be weird when I don't recognize anybody anymore. Here we go. Edge.
Oh, yes. Edge is making his 58th return this year.
All right, guys. We got a drink again. Ninja Lair Steve, thank you very much. I drank for that 21 Darien 2-7, but I got to go get a new one for this. I'll be right back.
I don't know. I also think it's nice to see some of the older wrestlers that can still retire and function and still have something to do with the company and not end up like in the Wrestler movie, where they just wrestle till
that was so fucking sad.
Yeah.
I have a friend. I won't say his name because I don't want to embarrass him, but I've never seen him cry. even shit with his family. But I watched him cry when we watched The Wrestler. I was like, damn, that must have hit you hard. So that was a good one.
Oh yeah.
Ninja Lawyer Steve, thank you very much. He says, I remember Edge, he was on Mind of Mencia and he decked L. Ron Hubbard. I remember that episode of Mind of Mencia because they had like a Royal Rumble in the ring or something. And Edge just beat the shit out of everybody. Mind of Mencia was a funny show, but I guess he stole everyone's jokes and the people stopped going to him, so. Edge looks weird with short hair.
Yeah, he does.
I'm glad he never got rid of this theme song. There's a few theme songs that, like, once wrestlers get, they're perfect, and this is one of those for Edge. So let's see what's going on in the chat right now. Donkeysaurus Rex, that's a name I haven't heard of in a long time. Me neither, man. The Judgment Day faction had the weirdest swap where the guy that was getting beat up switches places with the leader.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like that change. The original was pretty cool. Leave it to Vince. Well, for as okay as I am with all of this, this mask is pretty dumb.
Was he trying to be Pinhead?
I guess since the new one just came out.
I mean, that's what I'm guessing, bro. Was he the new Gimp in the new Pink Pulp Fiction movie that we don't have yet?
This mask is like absolutely stupid. Folks, if you don't know what he looks like a porcupine.
Yeah, pretty
Or
much.
a coconut. No, he looks like not an acorn. What's the fucking pine cone? He looks like a pine cone. Stupid looking. I forgot what South Park said about Carlos Mencia. Kendo, do you remember?
He gets beat to death by Kanye West over the fish sticks joke.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize he was in that episode.
Yeah, essentially that version of Carlos Mencia keeps pleading with Kanye not to kill him or hurt him anymore because, he didn't come up with the joke. He just stole it, and like he does all of his other jokes, but he says with a, Mexican accent.
Oh.
Or something to that effect. Yeah, I don't know why they got old Fergal in a mask like that. It just looks dumb.
Do you remember that famous crowd sign that a woman made about Finn Balor?
No.
You don't remember the chick in the crowd that had the face fuck me Finn sign?
No, I don't.
Oh my god, I'm gonna send you a picture. It's like a meme. She goes to multiple events.
No kidding. Okay.
Yeah, this chick is everywhere. All right, so I know this isn't going to be as good as the 1999 I Quit match, but why should I even try?
Be less violent.
I love Mankind, and it's hard for me to watch that match.
Yeah.
It's just a little, and I love The Rock too. You hear me go on about it, but goddamn, that's just a hard match to sit through.
Yeah, that one definitely brutal and to the point of being uncalled for.
It's not going to happen though. There we go.
Oh, look, it's Bray Wyatt.
Right.
Dude,
that's what I was waiting
if he doesn't show up, people are going to be so upset and call this show a failure.
Probably.
Or have we? Remember that? Let's see. What is the most heinous thing Edge did outside of Lita?
That's a good question.
Didn't he like spear Mae Young?
Probably.
Because I noticed that like with the Dudleys, she went through a table, and I could be wrong, but I mean, I'm gonna go with that. If I'm wrong, I apologize, but I swear he speared her.
I mean, it's a very good possibility because during that time period, everybody was having a go at her.
Yeah.
I saw her in person once. It was not a good once.
No, funerals can be like that.
Yeah.
The Feet of Edge. Oh, that Vince McMahon style writing that Michael Cole's reading. This is one of those matches where it's like it's too early to talk about the match because nothing's happened yet.
Yeah. That's the part that kind of sucks. It's like, wait a minute, what?
So let's see what's up with the chat right now, what everyone has to say about this. When he left Paul Bearer in the freezer says Sinister.
Yeah, that was pretty heinous.
That was a good one. Remember when Paul Bearer was put in cement?
Yes.
I am
equally heinous.
Oh, my Undertaker! Oh. Who do you think has a better high-pitched voice, Kendo? Paul Bearer or Jim Cornette?
Well, the funny thing is, Jim Cornette's voice isn't even that high-pitched. It's just the impression that Bruce Pritchard does of him that makes it high-pitched.
I would say Dude Love.
Ow, have mercy, Daddy.
Mm-hmm. I love you.
Dude, Brother Love was fucking... he scared me as a kid because even though I wasn't watching wrestling, I would see this guy with a red face on TV and I wonder what was wrong with him. I was like, that's not natural. It's just makeup. But hey.
Somebody needed to come out of the sun.
It's like they buried his head in the sand only.
Yeah, exactly. Just his head got burnt. I don't know, man. For wrestling fans, I just got to say, I think we've seen it all. We've seen, look, we saw Vince come into power. Those of us that started off that early, and then, the rest of you have kind of caught up and know all that stuff. And then we've seen Vince retire, right? So I really want to see what we get. I'm still not holding anybody accountable. I think we need a good, we'll say 6 months from Vince being gone before everything he had a finger in, maybe even a year, giggity. But unless he was showering with his daughter too, like somebody else. Yeah, other than that, I think we'll be fine within the year of Vince being gone. Maybe he'll be completely out of whatever he had going on.
Yeah, I can see that. I just have lost a lot of I just kind of like want one match to happen at WrestleMania, and then the rest of wrestling can just kind of,
I watch a lot of woke culture. I think a couple of different wrestling ones. I'll get more updates than watching it because I got to wait till Tuesday. But again, to be fair, being on Clown World Review with Tony Tone Deaf and the guys, I did start watching after Vince left. And again, it did feel a little bit different on Mondays to an extent. It was like, okay, let's see what's going to happen. And again, we're watching the pay-per-views. I'm not going to hold my breath because I'm not going to blame Vince for everything. He did some good and some bad, and he really messed up. But he did build an industry that we love.
Oh, yeah. I take everything with Vince McMahon with a grain of salt. It would be silly to act like his contributions are nil, but it'd also be silly to act like everything he did was great. Because I remember the memes that were popping up. It's like, why is everyone turning their back on Vince after all these years of great content? I'm like, Vince is equally responsible for the bad as he is the good, and the bad's kind of outweighed the good. So if we're going to give credit where credit's due, Vince McMahon, hasn't knocked everything out of the park.
Nope.
He owns the company that can rewrite history. Like WrestleMania 7 was a fucking failure, right? They couldn't even sell enough tickets, so they faked the bomb threat and all that.
There's that. Yes, that's what happened there.
Fucking, it's I don't know. I like when wrestling tries to fudge the numbers and do all this stuff, but I also like it even more when people call them out on it.
True. Well, then again, this goes back to when we were talking about Edge. When he was really hurt and you knew he was really hurt, you know, back like from the times when we would have the K-Fed injuries and they weren't hurt, but they just were, you know, whatever, needed time off or whatnot. And then again, it's just we've seen wrestling change a lot. All of us have. And I just don't like, again, I don't like the current product because it's not about storytelling and building superstars. It's about building your brand. Again, I just, that's where I'm going to stay with it. It's just, that's how I really honestly feel. I still love wrestling, but it's not the same.
It's not. I mean, when Kendo and I first interacted, God, all those years ago, what was the pay-per-view you went and saw in St. Louis, Kendo?
Money in the Stank.
Money in the Stank. Fuck, wrestling isn't even the same since when, you know, we started interacting with each other. It was a little better. I don't know. Was it better? It's funny, folks. When people like to talk about, like, bitch about bad things, one of the few things I can always agree with people, like, wrestling isn't as good as it used to be, and it needs a lot of work. So it's almost fun to sit and talk with wrestling fans about when was wrestling great.
A long time ago.
Oh, God. Back in 1994.
I mean,
Well, it's all about too, what kind of wrestling do you like? Do you like wrestling? Do you like wrestling? Or do you like this current, whatever you want to call this?
Sports entertainment.
Yes, dear KR Companion, you and I you're one of the people going to WrestleMania with me, man. So we'll be hanging out in the stands together, cheering on, booing people. It's going to be a good time. Have you guys seen, now this is on Facebook, I'm not trying to change the subject, but have you seen Mia Malkova has her own app?
No. What the hell would you do with an app for a person?
Well, you can, it's the Mia Malkova Naughty Maid gambling app. So I guess she's done with porn and now she's trying to sell you an app.
Just sounds like a shameless
Well,
cash
you know,
grab.
I guess everybody's got to hustle, right?
Yep. All right, Finney boy, come on. That's very appropriate for Edge to use a hockey stick.
Yeah.
Oh man, these are hard to do when you're actually watching it. Sorry, folks, if we get some random silence. It's like
Yeah. For anybody that hasn't, why don't you take a wild look? If you're not watching with us, look at what I just dropped, and then you can. So there you go. Let's make sure I got the right one though. Don't want that one. Show. I was getting ready to share something for Saturday night's main event that's postponed until tomorrow, I believe. I don't need to share that in here. There it is. And go back.
So, in order to not keep doing the stupid fucking bar from the chair gimmick, they replaced it with a hockey stick.
Yeah, that's better, right?
No.
I know.
So far, nothing about this match has made me interested.
I've been trying to be positive and optimistic, Kendo, but yeah. I'm watching it.
There was a kid in the crowd just now wearing a White Rabbit t-shirt.
I mean, I can honestly say this is a pay-per-view I really didn't care much about because there wasn't really a bunch of matches that I cared. I mean, what we've seen has been all right, but again, the current product I just can't get excited about.
I wonder if anyone's going to come attack from the crowd like Some crazy fan.
I don't know. They're very sports entertained right now.
Man.
I just want Bray Wyatt to come out and then make them both say I quit. I think they really missed out with him.
Or he comes out, he essentially kills Edge and carries him away. And then Edge goes away for a month and then comes back to make yet another return this year.
That guy looks like he's dressed up like mass transit in the crowd.
He does.
Oof. R.I.P. that guy.
2.0.
Who I don't miss is fucking New Jack.
Yeah, that was kind of a crazy ordeal there when that all happened, bro.
It's weird looking back on all that stuff.
Again, though, that's the difference between ECW and regular wrestlings because you would have made it to the ring.
Yeah. And then the New Jack Dark Side of the Ring. What? New Jack, why'd you do that? I heard somebody say the N-word. Like every time.
Well, I mean, it's his word against ours, and he's dead, so we're right.
Yeah.
I think he's one of the few celebrities I just make, like, I don't care. Like, you know, we're always very respectful of the dead and certain things. It's like, with New Jack, I can't. I know what kind of guy he was.
Yeah, he was a piece of shit.
I mean, if you watch that, you know, without us saying it, but you watch that, yeah, you kind of like, he was kind of a dick. You know? And it was kind of humorous when the one dude wouldn't go down. He's like, "Oh, he's going down," and he threw his ass down there off the top. But that whole mass transit thing, dude, that was just eerie. I'm sorry. I was like, man. And then after talking with ETEP, you know, about being a professional, you know, in the indies and whatnot, he's like, yeah, you don't never let nobody cut you, dude. And again, I never really, you know, I mean, we know they did like Hogan talked about having a razor blade, you know, in his mouth. And I'm thinking that's insane. But I don't know, man. Like I can stand next to you guys and like we could pretend to wrestle and shit, but to actually do what these guys do on the athletic mark, it's amazing. And the fact that a lot of times they don't get hurt, but when you saw like that was just, I don't know, evil.
Come on, match, pick up a little.
Yeah.
Oh, can we get a concerto? And then right as he gets ready to do it, that lady shows up and, you know, from the picture you sent me. You were talking about. That's great.
Adam Walford in the chat. Thank you, Adam, for your joining our Patreon. I saw the email. I think it was this morning, man. So thanks. Are we going to make t-shirts? We have t-shirts. If you go to shopwcbs.com, you can grab WCBS t-shirts. We'll make some new designs. I have a couple things I want to work on for everybody. So we're going to make that a more regular thing. I got to figure out the right balance of, you know, is it one every month, one every quarter? How many new shirts is the audience hungry for? Because remember, I'm an artist. I can design them all. And I got tons of designs. Like, remember, Kendo, how we're going to do the fucking WCBS album covers where it's like we do our own parody takes on famous albums? Like, that's in the hopper. I got a lot of designs drawn up, folks. If you guys want more shop WC, or if you want more WCBS t-shirts, just tell us. I'll take Adam Walford's message as you want more. So there we go. Say it, Edge.
Yeah, just quit. Do us all a favor.
You know, that used to count because remember, there was a Terry Funk match where he said, "I don't quit." And they're like, "Well, you still said the words I quit or whatever." And like, wasn't that how that one went down?
Something like that. Yeah.
I think I only get mad at wrestling retcons when like another match, the rule counts, but it doesn't count for this match. I hate that kind of shit. No, he didn't, Corey Graves. No, he didn't. Donkeysaurus Rex says, what if Andrade is the White Rabbit?
That would be completely stupid.
Didn't he just get into a fight with somebody
Yeah,
backstage?
him and Sammy Guevara got into a fight, and then Andrade was sent home and suspended for it.
That's gonna make him tap a crossface.
If it was a crippler crossface, he might, because he knows what comes next.
See, the old Edge he'd have that lady in the crowd, dude. And then as soon as he almost won, she'd come in there and save him.
No. Don't you love how The Rock and Mankind would talk shit to each other when they were asking if they quit?
Mm-hmm.
You go to hell, you piece of trash. I miss that stuff. Michael Cole doesn't even sound like he wants to be here right now.
A lot of that going around. I can't think most of the people watching this want to be here.
No. Shout out to everyone who's hanging out with us tonight, folks. Thank you for watching. We'll be back on Tuesday with the High Council, and Thursday with the show, and then Friday we're doing our Halloween Ends drunk commentary. You hear how excited I am. Hey, look, this movie's going to be different. It ain't Halloween Kills, but it could be as bad. Who knows?
I have reserved expectations in that it'll be actually better. But yeah, I've also got the last several experiences of Halloween that tells me it's not going to be better.
Fair. Do it.
They just need a Bowflex. I'd put them down.
Yeah. Oh, fuck, dude. I watched an I Quit match on a bad day.
Here comes that other dude.
Watching that Benoit stuff.
And now people are probably going to get all excited because they think the White Rabbit's coming. Oh, look, it's Dominic. Eddie Guerrero's bastard son.
I was there back in the day when Dominic and Eddie and Rey Mysterio had that contract signing before their SummerSlam match.
Nice. Good old custody of Dominic.
I don't know Michael Cole. I don't know how he's still doing it.
Because the referee hasn't told him to go home yet.
Come on, Edge. Spear his ass. Take it home.
Mm-hmm.
And then are we already to the main event after this or no?
Yep.
Oh, thank God.
We get the
shorter
pit
pay-per-view than normal, it seems.
Well, there's Rhea.
Mm-hmm. Well, here's the end. Do you think Rhea Ripley's hot, guys?
I mean, she could be in the right lighting, I guess, but I don't know. The short hair and the overdone makeup kind of doesn't work for me.
I enjoy her as a wrestler. As for other than that, I mean, I hadn't really thought of it, but I think that if she wasn't doing a gimmick, like maybe she likes short hair because some girls do, But yeah, I mean, in her own way, dude, she's kind of got that emo girl look to her, if you will.
She does. I like her. She's different looking. I don't fear her like other people do in the whole mommy gimmick thing where they're all like, "Oh," I'm just like, nah, she's cool. But I think I get weirded out talking about women wrestling when I read what people on the internet say, because it's like
Sad.
yeah, it's sad, dude. It's like a bunch of weird like simping and like cuckold shit. It's weird what the wrestling fans are into these days. Like the way they talk about this shit, I'm just like, I'm embarrassed to be a fan.
Yep, that was a regular occurrence in a lot of those wrestling groups I was in. It was always just like extremely fucking thirsty posts. It's like, dude, just you might be able to actually talk to a woman if you tried.
Yeah. Oh, Edge, he's just gonna take it.
Somebody's coming. Oh, it's Ray.
I actually honestly was hoping that Ray would have turned bad, not his son.
Booyaka, booyaka. 619.
I don't think I'll ever take Dominic seriously.
Nobody will.
Look at it this way. He's Eddie Guerrero's son, remember?
Well, he didn't get
Fine.
any of Eddie's talent.
Yeah. He's as talented as Ray. You know what? I used to like to take pot shots at Rey Mysterio. I like Rey Mysterio just fine.
Yeah, Ray's really good.
We've been doing, like I said, the old Monday Night Wars, dude. So we had the old Ray, and it was great to see him, you know, in his 20s doing what he did, you know, back then even. And the fact he can still do it today is great. But again, I would have rather seen Ray turn evil, and then we could have had a rivalry with Ray and Edge too, along with the group to kind of get it going on. And then, you know, I don't know. It just would have been something different. Instead of seeing his kid turn bad, I wanted to see Ray be evil for once. Kind of back when he was with Eddie and they had my brain's not going to work, but basically the LWO and whatnot. And then when they were in WWE, they had a little faction too, but I can't remember the name of it. This is where I need ETEP.
The Mexicools. Who's that?
Oh, I remember them.
Oh, there. It's Beth Phoenix.
I mean, this makes sense. Edge's wife, former women's champion.
Yeah, somebody.
Yeah, but I would see Beth mopping the floor with her, dude. I'm sorry. Beth is like another Natalie, dude. Like legit.
Oh yeah, Beth Phoenix was legit. Like when she was the second woman to ever enter the Royal Rumble, I didn't feel like it was too much. I was like, yeah, you definitely are, you know, not China Light, but seen in that same way.
Well, like Ronda Rousey, a legit badass, except for more so.
Yeah.
I mean, like if I could pick a woman to be married to, oh, it'd be Natalie. Don't. I mean, she's fucking been my top number one for a long time. But yeah, that'd be it. But Beth Phoenix was right there, number two. I always enjoyed her too, especially wrestling, dude. I kind of was like, why do they love Edge so much? He had Lita, he ended up with her. It's like, damn, they just
Definitely
love
an
him.
upgrade.
Did you see that documentary with them when he was getting ready to come back to wrestling and stuff that they did on Edge?
No, I didn't.
Oh yeah, they had it where they had their own little ring, and the two of them got in there, and he was doing warm-ups and making sure he was okay. Yeah, it was kind of cool. It was I think it was A&E that was doing some wrestling specials. But it was pretty good.
I wanted to watch those. My mom would watch them, and she'd call me on the phone. She'd be like, Jeffrey, you got to watch these wrestling documentaries. I learned so much. She tried to tell me all about Shawn Michaels. I'm like, Mom, I read that book. And she's like, oh.
But Mom was excited, bro. So right there, even they were, dude. They were good documentaries.
She's funny. I talk to her, you know, regularly all the time and stuff. And she'll always tell me about the stuff she's watching on TV. She moved recently. I helped get her set up in a new place. And she's got a new TV. She's like, oh, Jeffrey, I'm watching all this stuff. It's great. Spear his ass. Come on. Right in the nuts.
Watch out, Birdwell's behind you.
Slingshot, right? Sling blade. I hate that move. Or no, Dan hates that move. Yeah, spear. All right. This is an I quit match, though, so you're going to have to really do a lot beyond just, like, getting people pumped up. Like, this would be the perfect ending to a normal match.
Yeah.
Not an I quit match. Come on. This is actually okay until now.
Concerto time, baby. You knew there was going to be. I called it like there's got to be a concerto. Oh, maybe not. Oh, yeah. There we go.
I like to
had
imagine
this happen with him and Rollins not too long ago. If you remember, same thing, exact same thing.
You know, I like to imagine in another universe, this isn't Beth Phoenix coming to Edge's aid, but Christian coming to Edge's aid. I think it would be a lot cooler if like Christian shows up. He's like, yeah, one more concerto, bro. Wham. And then they win them up. Stupid chair pull. Okay, now the booking's falling apart. This is fucking dumb. You literally had all these people come to save the day, and then you
got brass knucked. Or no, she did.
So let me guess. They're going to beat up Beth Phoenix, and Edge is going to quit so they don't hurt his wife?
Probably.
Are they going to make the referee call the bell because he went like Austin? He'll pass out from the pain from getting jumped in the head or in the ribs. And now they're all going to grab him and make him quit. Yeah.
He won't. So you say it. Heavy breathing. Yeah, he said something funny.
Beth's out cold. Ray's out cold. Where's Christian? Oh, that's right. He's over there in what is it? TNA hell or Ring
AEW.
AEW.
AEW. Okay.
This isn't the worst I Quit match I've ever seen, but the ending is so dumb.
You called it though. Like I kept calling for a concerto. This was not the thank you. Yeah, okay. This is not the concerto that I was wanting, but hit her. Do it. See, and you called it. You called it before they did it even. It's like, man, this is lame ass writing. I'm sorry. Lame. Hit her with the chair anyway.
Yeah.
The robbery going.
Use it anyway. You know she's gonna.
Damn right she is.
Here it goes. It's like Chekhov's gun. You can't show the gun and not use it. You can't set up a concerto and not do it. Come on, if anything, just speed it up. That's all I gotta say. There we go.
Like cut the match by 15 minutes because that was oh, okay. Sorry, Rob. Oh yeah, it did. Shoot. All right, buddy. Hold on. I apologize.
R.I.P. Beth Phoenix.
Yeah, she'll never walk again. She's
Well, she's dead. And no,
it killed her. Good God Almighty, it killed her.
She's broken in half. At least her skull is.
There you go, bro. Sorry about that.
Well, that went on entirely too long.
Yeah, it was a little much, but hey. Man, he's such a badass. Whoop whoop. Hey, they all came to at just the right time.
Maybe maybe he should have thought about that all the time he was concertoing people.
Yeah, karma's a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Charlotte. Okay, did Ric Flair survive that match?
Yes. He's talking about doing another one.
Really?
Yep. He's already training again, Jeff. Because they're hoping for him versus Steamboat with the tags that are upcoming.
I will always have respect for Ric Flair as one of the all-time greats, maybe the greatest heel of all time, maybe the greatest champion of all time. But my God, has he ruined his own legacy? He's a joke. He's been a joke for 10 years. Yeah, more. Ever since he didn't retire after that Shawn Michaels match, Ric Flair's just done nothing to help himself.
Hey, you're not wrong.
Oh, I'm glad she's been gone for a while. Or has she been gone?
Yeah, Charlotte's been gone because she went and got married. Because the guy that wrestled with Flair was her husband.
Oh, Andrade?
Yes, thank you, Andrade. I couldn't remember the name. Thank you. Yeah.
Only reason I remember that is because I listened to the podcast where the Conrad podcast, and they talk about them, like, because he's married to her sister.
Yep. Yeah, because when Conrad was looking for that robe, dude, that was hilarious.
I used to love the Conrad podcasts. They're just too corporate now.
It was on the one of the things where they were looking for Flair's robe. It was one of the A&E specials they had played, and they found it and whatnot. And they were really messing with him and whatnot. But yeah, I've been a Flair. When I started watching wrestling, we didn't have cable or anything, but when I was in the hospitals and whatnot, being ill, I'd get to see NWA and wrestling because I'd see WWF, but not really WCW much. So that's when I would catch it. But yeah, I was always like, Flair's the man. That belt I brought that I made that made the World Class Bullshitters belt with the stickers. That was originally, I bought that. I had another one that was just like it that was signed by Flair. But it didn't mean as much to me because it was the WWE one. It wasn't the actual WCW version. Even though it was made by WWE, I do have the WCW version, but it's still different. It looks right. Doesn't say WWE. He's kind of reminding me of Bob Backlund right now.
Watch this be the return of Bray Wyatt to save Gritty.
If that is, I'm going to throw my phone out the window. No.
So Dexter Lumis saves Gritty.
Well, if he gets in the ring and pulls a quad, it's definitely Kevin Nash.
I didn't know that Dexter Lumis was such a big
Well, happy birthday, Keely Chow, because it's his birthday today as well.
Happy birthday.
Oh, goodness gracious. I didn't know it was the Miz's, but...
Oh, boy. Matt Riddle versus Seth Rollins.
Yeah, does anybody really care? I don't.
Nope.
Hey, I don't really care for Riddle, personally. The best thing I seen happen to him was when Lesnar chucked him out the ring like a little 3-year-old. Like, I love that part.
Yeah. Not a big fan of Diddle either.
No. kind of tired of Seth too. Like, nah.
I'm tired of Seth Rollins because like I don't like the whatever Monday Night Messiah weird gimmick he's doing. I like Matt Riddle. In the way I liked RVD. I've always kind of dug the weird stoner wrestlers. They've always entertained me, but he's not RVD. He's not that good.
For me though, as far as it goes with him, I was having more fun with Cody and him than this. And I know Cody got hurt, but still, that was to me a decent rivalry that we could have some fun with. This one, I just don't buy. Like again, Riddle's all right. I'm not like him and Randy together. I was enjoying that, Jeff. RK Bro. I'm not gonna lie.
God, I love RK
I was
Bro.
enjoying the heck out of that. Hey Brian, but I don't. I just don't care. Like I don't care for this one. It's like It's again, even with Seth Rollins being there, it's like who's gonna win? Probably Seth Rollins. Or are they gonna end it here where he finally wins? Because I know he's been tormenting him. So I don't know. And I guess it was like a fake injury, so that made it even worse. But
yeah.
But I am a Hell in the Cell fan, so I mean, again, hey.
Well, let's drink to Darian 217's. Darian 217, thank you very much for everything tonight. My friend says, Jeff, did you see the new commercial for Dick Performance Pills done by Ric Flair that came out last week? I have not. I will check out that commercial because I will watch any commercial that Ric Flair's in. But I haven't. Kendo, have you seen the commercial?
No. But it doesn't surprise me because Ric Flair, even though he says he doesn't need the money, probably needs the money.
Well, come on, dude. He's got like 20,000 ex-wives, 50,000 kids. He was everywhere. I'm really wanting to try this. This is what I'm wanting to try from Ric Flair, my avatar. That's what I'm wanting to try.
Oh, the Ric Flair weed?
Yes, sir. I've had the Snoop Dogg. I've had the Purple Urkel. I have not had the Tyson. The Purple Urkel made great salsa. I still have salsa. That's very tasty. Was going to bring some of that to Ohio, but we didn't end up meeting up. But next time maybe. But yeah, dude, Purple Urkel, I was okay with. It was a nice one to smoke, and the Snoop Dogg was very pleasant. So I'm really wanting to try the Tyson and the Flair, man. The rate you're living in California, we just need to come up with a WCBS brand, man. But
yeah,
for those that partake and live in states that are allowed to.
I'm friends with a lot of these people that own these businesses. I almost was gonna pull the trigger on a sponsorship thing, but I was like, I don't know if that's good for us, but I think I might.
It's like it's one of those you got to kind of, because some people are very anti still, sadly. Because I even did a stream that was to explain, like, those of us that live in the States, because I'm in Michiana, so Michigan area, so it's legal here. And I use it because of, the diabetes and all the other problems I have, and that's why I use it for pain relief, not just to be all woo, So, but it helps. And I mean, you saw me the last time. I was in a lot better shape than, because I wasn't in as much pain. You saw me from months after falling in the pool with no water, 8 feet. And, that first year at Horror Hound, I was a mess, to this last year where I was in really good shape. That was part of it. But again, it's to each their own. But I would definitely, if I could find me a world-class BS or brand to try, whether it was an edible or it would be funny if it was an edible. I'm sorry, because world-class bullshitters have our edibles. No bullshit here. Trademark 2022.
They'll be super potent.
So the match time on the Finn Balor Edge thing was 29 minutes and 55 seconds.
Oh, wow. That was a half an hour of my life I'd like back.
Yeah, I'm hoping this one. I'm really hoping their pay-per-view plan is to go off at the top of the hour. Because,
I think these guys will pull off a good match.
I think you're right.
Now let me see this.
So far, what we've seen, what do you think has been the best?
Hold on a second. Darian 217 sent me the Ric Flair boner pill ad. You have to hear this. Ready?
Yeah.
This ain't your grandfather's boner pill. Woo! Go to newimagemedical.com to see if Mount Everest is right for you. This ain't your
This ain't your grandpa's boner pill. Okay, good.
Says the grandpa.
Come ride Space Mountain.
I feel really sad watching Ric Flair because like his mouth doesn't move like it used to.
Yeah. There he
Thank
is.
you for telling me there are no
Breaker, baby. But I was a Steiner fan from way back. The Steiner, let me rephrase that. Steiner Brothers fan from way back in the day.
Well, I'm glad you're a fan of both of them because not everyone likes everyone equally. And, you know, not all men are created equal. And you look at me and you look at Samoa Joe, you know, that's just not true.
My problem is they call him Braun Breaker. Just call him Rex Steiner. Or something Steiner. He looks like a Steiner. He sounds like a Steiner. He's a Steiner.
Yeah, I'd like that.
More people would be into him if they just gave him the last name Steiner.
Is Seth Rollins trying to be like RVD or something right now?
I have no idea.
You know, it does kind of have that flair with the arrogant music that is Seth Rollins.
I just meant the airbrush shirt. Yep, he's doing fucking rock. I called it.
Yep.
Now, wait, wasn't there like rumor online that Rob Van Dam and Matt Riddle are going to fight or something one day? I would watch that match in a heartbeat.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Bray Wyatt could return during this match, specifically for the whole concept of getting revenge on Seth Rollins for that really awful Hell in a Cell that killed the Fiend.
R.I.P. Fiend.
I mean that didn't just straight up kill it. That sent it on its road of death because then he had to go and lose to Goldberg, and then he had to go and get turned into a crispy critter by Randy Orton.
Fuck, where is Randy Orton? Is he injured?
Yes.
Okay. Didn't Owen Hart and fucking Ken Shamrock have a Lion's Den match?
They did.
Well, it was because it was kind of a hexagon ring, and then the loser had to eat dog food, right?
Don't believe that was the stipulation, but it was like a hexagonal ring type thing because it was like a cage fight. Because they also had a dungeon, Hart dungeon match too.
Kendo, if you could have trained in the dungeon, would you have?
Yeah, definitely go get in the dungeon there with that damn Rhino and calling that girl a whore. Yes.
He would have made Owen Hart tap out.
No, I would have talked Owen
faith
out of the
in you,
blue
Kendo.
blazer. Like, look, here's what you're not going to do. You're not going to get up there in the fucking gantry and come down because what would Stu say? Yeah, Owen, you don't want to do that.
Big rhinoceros.
Yeah, he called your sister a whore.
We should. That's like the most like old. Oh, you got RVD CBD sour space candy. Lucky.
Yep. So that I figured since you did bring him up, and I was like, hey, I've got an RVD one sitting here. I'm like, let me grab that because the tights and the colors and the paint. Yeah, you were spot on, buddy.
RVD is
I do both, dude. I do enjoy Rob's CBD. It's actually really good. I've had all of his. I haven't done the gummies yet, but I've enjoyed it, man. It's pretty good stuff.
Well, RVD is my third favorite of all time, so anything associated with RVD is an easy sell for me. Hopefully this is a
dog food stipulation match. Okay, yeah, Shamrock versus Davey Boy. All right. So I have faith that this will probably be one of the better matches of tonight.
Yeah, I mean, nothing's been a dumpster fire, but nothing's been memorable. Like to write
You
home
know
about.
somebody's going to get on top of that cage, right? Like, and go on the way they've got it set up. You know they're going up there.
Frog splash.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
5-star frog splash. I bet the view from everywhere inside that stadium at this match is just incredible right now.
Oh, duh. That's what they worry about when you go see these gimmick matches.
Yeah, it is kind of weird without the ropes. That is definitely kind of different.
He's good, but he's not. I don't know if he's that good.
The problem for me that Riddle reminds me of that Jungle Boy dude from AEW too much.
You don't like Jungle Boy Jack?
I'm not saying I don't like him. I'm just saying that like I kind of got confused and thought it was the same person because I hadn't seen a lot of newer WWE, and then we were watching the AEW stuff with Draven, so I got a little confused. And then I realized they weren't the same person, but they do remind me of each other. You know, I mean, they're definitely different in that. You know, and again, I haven't seen an overabundance of him, but I did enjoy what I saw with him and Randy Orton. I'm sorry, I did enjoy that.
Don't apologize to me, man.
Spot on. And again, he's not quite an RVD, Shawn Michaels, or Edge level, but it doesn't mean that Riddle couldn't eventually get there. But with his gimmick, I don't think it ever would be. You know what I mean? It's not. We'll see, I guess, because he's still pretty young. Like, to me, he's a guy that you could put an IC title on, or I miss TV titles, guys. Those were, to me, that was you got your worker, you got your guy. He comes out, shows off the TV title, and that's the guy you're going to groom for your Intercontinental and eventually heavyweight, right? Like, that's my opinion on it. So,
that's what the TNT title is supposed to be in the hose title, but there you go.
I wonder how Dion would feel about this match since he loves Daniel Cormier.
have you looked at that AEW game that's coming out at all, Jeff, by the way?
I have, and I'm willing to give it a shot.
I am too. I'm actually even willing to get like the PlayStation upgrade so I can play online to kick your ass.
Well, if you're going to upgrade to a new system, most of us are on Xbox these days, so
I have an Xbox One.
Well, most of the games still play on Xbox One. Like, if that plays on Xbox One, I got a Series X, so I'll play it. Either way, you should friend me.
That it should be, because the last I got my PS4 and then I've got the Xbox One, which I barely ever play, but I don't have the online stuff. So yeah, that's because I really want to get that Ghostbusters game too. That looks kick ass.
Sign me up for anything, Ghostbusters, obviously.
What about 2016?
That doesn't exist.
That is on Freeview now, and nobody's watching it that way. So the old IMDb TV channel. I seen that pop up and I started laughing. I'm like, nobody's gonna watch that.
It's so bad I have to pass out anytime it comes on. Telling another guy he's a loser in wrestling doesn't sound as impactful when they used to threaten to kill each other.
True.
When you're a wrestler as well, it's kind of like, wait a minute, you're insulting yourself.
Oh, okay, that was kind of cool. Thank you, Care Companion. I saw that message.
Which is sad because I'd seen something about Rob Van Dam was saying something about he was going to like New Japan again, if I remember correctly, like a couple weeks ago or a month ago.
Adam
Walker. I'm getting newer to the social medias. The Twitter, I'm not. I didn't Twitter much, but yeah. Ghostbusters.
We have another one. Thank you, Adam Walford. He says Ghostbusters versus Hentai. Jeff, would you play it? Yeah. If it's like a video game, sure. It's a Ghostbusters game.
Can we have the giant eyeball from Doctor Strange in there so you can zap it with the guns? Because that would be funny.
Sign me up for that one. That'd be fun.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Reigns and Lesnar are fighting tonight?
No.
I hope not.
That would have been a terrible main event.
Yeah. That last match they had was horrible.
Yeah, they tend to be pretty bad.
That whole lifting the damn ring with the tractor crap. I'm like, what in the hell? What Beverly Hills Billy's crap is this?
It's called overbooking, man.
Yep.
WWE loves to do it.
They do.
Well, because that was the last man standing match, and they were throwing crap on top of him and still counting. And I'm like, wait a minute, you have to not be doing anything, in order to. I was like, wait a minute, you're breaking the rules.
Really, an RKO, nice.
Not bad.
Wait, that was the diamond cutter.
Superior move.
But again, we had Seth Rollins that was mentored by Triple H, and then he stole the pedigree, which I really didn't enjoy Seth doing. I liked Seth being Seth and doing the stomps and all his other stuff. How'd you feel about it when he was like miniature Triple H, Jeff and Kendo?
Wasn't loving it.
Nah, wasn't a fan. But I also think they broke up the Shield too soon.
I am with you there.
Agreed. I mean, they broke them up in 2014, so that was a little early.
Yeah, they'd only been around like a year and a half.
And they were building momentum.
It's the things that the fans like the WWE gets rid of. It's the things that the fans hate that they keep around forever.
I think Vince was just ready to, watch Roman jack his fist off.
Could it be, though, that the original idea was to push Roman? But remember, because we've been waiting on Roman versus The Rock, we got that in the Royal Rumble where Rock was on his side. And I know I'm going back a couple of years, but that's the main bit I'm remembering with Roman when he was single before hooking up with Heyman and all that stuff. But, what if it was the original idea, but because The Rock couldn't do it because of his schedule, they had to switch it up, and that's why we got the crap we got. Yeah, not defending, just as an outside idea.
Oh, dude, that's probably what goes down behind the scenes. They got an idea, they can't book it, they got to keep moving forward,
Yeah.
Kendo, I'm mad at myself. I lost my copy of The Goonies on 4K when I moved, and now I really want to watch the fucking movie.
Yeah, these things happen. I did not bring my copy of Killer Clowns from Outer Space with me to here, and I'm very upset about that.
Well, you know what movie I have that you both should have?
Huh.
This awesome movie called Frankenthug.
I got that movie, just not here.
Yeah.
I like you weren't with us last time, buddy, but I brought my copy and made Nick sign it.
I think he signed.
Poor Nick, bro. I'm amazed he likes me still because he had to sign everything.
I took mine with me to WrestleMania 34 and made him sign it. And then I've also got a copy of Strip Club Massacre signed by us four. So I think that's
what you need to do.
Memorabilia.
If you can get yourself a copy of The Boys of Somerville signed by all of us, then you've really won.
I think weren't we signing that and handing that out too?
We were.
awesome. Nothing to do with the movie, but sure, I'll autograph it.
Yeah, I'll sign your copy of The Godfather. I wasn't even born when it came out in theaters, but if you ask, I'll say yeah.
Yeah, folks, if you ever want me to sign any movie that you have, I'll probably do it.
We'll sign shit that that we don't even really want to be a part of. Like, you'll sign your copy of Barney the Dinosaur. Why not?
Yeah, I don't give a shit. Whatever. Here you go.
Do they even make Barney the Dinosaur? I don't care. I don't care.
Right.
I'm done. Well, you called it about them going up there up top.
Oh, yeah. Well, as good as you were. I mean, it's just, we shouldn't be able, like, we know in wrestling there's going to be certain things that are going to happen, right? But it shouldn't be that obvious. And as soon as I saw the ring, I'm like, they're going up top. You just know it.
There are certain things like,
or is he going to get power bombed? Throw his ass off.
I hope he does a barrel roll.
Come on. In real life, you'd have thrown him into the middle. You'd have done a Mick Foley to him. You all right, man? They're talking. Hey, dude, you all right? You all right? No, I just pulled my groin. So if the other match was 29 minutes, I got a feeling this one's going to be a bit longer.
I hope not.
I hope not.
I know less is not always more, but this is a case where it's like a nice 15-minute match to close out the show would be great.
Mm-hmm. Just get it done, dusted, and over with.
Dude, after this is over, I'm going to jump off here and I'm probably going to go watch, I think, Army of Darkness first and then American Psycho.
There you go.
Nice.
I got a nice night planned.
I'm probably just going to go and maybe go to bed.
Yeah. I'm kind of bored, actually. Like, I wouldn't mind. Like, look, it's only 8 o'clock, so when I'm done, it'll be, whatever. But it's like, yeah, I'd love to just go to sleep, but that would be really early for me to go to bed. Yeah. Plus, the cats would be like freaking out. Like, why are you feeding us so early? Adam Wofford, thank you very much.
Plan to do something, but that doesn't mean the cats are going to allow you to do it.
These cats are, all they do is sleep, and you can bribe them with a snack. It's easy. So, Adam Wofford, thank you very much for your super chat. He says Ghostbusters vs. Hentai game would be a third person where you have to bust them to turn good and then date them to bring them back to the spirit world.
I'm good. I don't need to play that game.
I'll watch somebody play it on Twitch.
I wouldn't even go
I don't
that
want to
far.
download it on my Xbox. People will start to question me. Come on, Riddle, do a fucking RKO. So you have to escape this, right?
No, I think you can be counted as I think you can. They can just count you out if you don't get up after 10 or something like that. I don't know. They didn't really thoroughly explain the rules. I don't think, or at least I wasn't paying attention.
Motherfucker. Oh. His fucking face. He's like, I did it. Why am I laughing at their pain?
Well,
I think he landed on his ass the wrong way.
I think he did too.
I hope he's okay. I really do like Matt Riddle. I don't think he wanted to go this way. Well, he didn't really get him. Show it from another angle. You have like 57 cameras. There we go. Flesh.
Yeah.
So when does Seth or Bray Wyatt pop up out of the ring like the Undertaker and win?
I don't know.
right from the corner.
You know what I've been really enjoying is when I listen to these podcasts when wrestlers tell the stories of how they would spend hours under the ring. One of them, Mick Foley's like, yeah, I didn't have a bucket or a thing or anything. I just waited until they called me up.
Damn.
Mm. Well, now he reversed it. Shit. How do you guys feel about a pay-per-view with a main event, but there's no title match?
I mean,
kind of pointless, sort of dumb.
if the pay-per-view itself has none, or do you mean the main event has none?
Oh, good. Matt Riddle just, okay, it was a shorter match and he won. Good.
Yep.
Oh, good. I didn't see the crowd pop or anything like that, so I didn't think that was it. Maybe Rollins or somebody's actually hurt and they had to end the match. Oh, he did tap out. I thought maybe there'd be like a fuck.
Wow, that was the ending of the pay-per-view? Wow, what a fucking dumb ending. I mean, I'm happy with the ending of the match, but the show just abruptly ends like that. Oh, here it goes. Okay, they were trying to pull this. I'm like, they never show the fucking graphic and then keep going.
Yeah. I thoroughly enjoyed this fella. Like when he was tormenting John Cena, I was loving it. And that little kid thing, and then it just went away. I was like, what?
I was there that night.
Yeah. Yeah, you
Nice.
were.
When they had the kids in the little choir thing and all that stuff. Yeah, that was in St. Louis.
But how cool would that have been if they continued that storyline? I thought it would have been epic, dude.
Well, it would have been great, except for he was doing it against John Cena. So he was never going to come out on top.
I mean, Bray Wyatt just lost to all the wrong people at all the wrong time. It's like, hey, we're going to have you fight The Undertaker at WrestleMania 31 after the streak's over and you're still going to lose. All right. What the fuck? He's the...
It's not like they can get the Wyatt family back together.
That is true. Braun Strowman's just too busy these days, Kendo.
Yeah.
There's a part 2, but it's not going to come. Oh, wait. Are these all those rabbit or those puppets that were on the Funhouse or whatever?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, they are. Because there was Huskus the pig, the bird thing, and then the rabbit. And there's, I guess, Sister Abigail.
Sabigail.
Maybe they'll actually pay it off.
Yeah, it's fucking happening. And there's a... Wait, they didn't notice the head there before?
Nope.
You can see Corey Graves laughing. There's the Fiend.
Oh, let's see what he's gonna look like. It's Halloween and shit.
To make this work, you have to book him right. You can't have him just go out and lose.
Agreed. Oh, God damn it, Kendo.
What?
Guess he's
What
coming
did you
to town.
guys think of his belt when he had that funky belt that he had created?
It was fine. Everything associated with him was just okay to me. Like Kendo says, you got to book it right. So, like, I can't get into a character if they look like a goober on TV.
Correct.
I think I like the older version of Bray versus the Fiend thing, though, when it was just Bray, Wyatt, and the family.
Oh, yeah, that's
good. Yeah. I mean, I think he's a hell of an athlete, and for his size, that dude can move too, and I found him entertaining, but I don't think they know how to book it, like you're saying, dude. I don't think they – yeah.
I think I'm just going to file a lawsuit with the WWE and tell them to stop ripping off Buffalo Jeff. Just putting that out there.
I'm yes.
So who's coming to town on your birthday?
Greg Sestero's coming to Cincinnati on my birthday. I won't be in town for my birthday, but it's fucking. I'm like, God damn it! I could go see the Testosterone give a speaking tour.
Yeah.
All right.
Sign your pack of brawny towels.
It's gotta be Kane.
Watch it be fucking what's his name?
The gobbledygooker?
Yes. No, I was thinking the other guy, the fucking redheaded dude that he had with him, whose name escapes me.
Here he comes.
Eric Rowan.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Eric Rowan.
So did everybody else.
So let's play a game. How do they fuck up the booking of Bray Wyatt this time?
They have him lose the Roman Reigns.
Wearing. Listen to that applause. See? Hell yeah.
I got subtitles on it. Just says crowd chanting holy.
Yeah. It's Guy
Oh,
Fawkes.
good. He's not wearing that stupid other thing under there. He looks back to normal.
Yeah, I didn't like the Fiend mask, dude. I just thought that was. I mean, I get it for the gimmick and for the making the monies and whatnot, but that's like this stupid ass design he put on his neck. I'm like, I mean, I get it, American Dream, American Nightmare, but still, I've always thought of him more of a mid carder.
Dude, Cody?
Yeah.
All right, so that's the pay-per-view.
Yeah. So let's close this out. Is there a match of the night for you guys?
Yeah, the one that's about to come on.
Superfan Adam Shaw, what about you, my friend?
Man, I don't know. Match of the night. I mean, what we just watched was a pretty good ending with Bray Wyatt showing up. That saves us not having a title match. A little more Bray would have been nice. Watching the whole pay-per-view, I'd have to say, it was subpar. But I didn't hate it.
Same, 100%. That's how I felt about tonight's show. I had a fun time. I'm glad we all got together and did all that stuff and watched wrestling. But, yeah, I'm just going to say overall that this was a pretty underwhelming night. But, hey, it's better than what's been in the past. So let's see the WWE continue to grow. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, let's hope that they booked the supernatural spooky character correctly.
Yeah, only in October.
Here on
right.
World Class Bullshitters. Schlocktoberfest.
Yeah. That'll be back on Monday. So, folks, join us then. That'll be the next time you hear from us. We'll have more big videos coming out. We had one drop today. It's doing very well. Welcome to all of our new subscribers. I will be back on Tuesday night with the High Council, Thursday night for the podcast, and then Friday night we're doing Halloween Ends. So it's a busy week for WCBS. Yeah. Well, 2 of those 3 things will be fun. I won't tell you which one. You'll just have to guess.
Yeah.
So from all of us here at WCBS, thank you for watching. Be smart, be safe, be cool, but always be excellent to each other.
.com.
Do you want 1 beer? 2 beers?